7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
He has a lot of problems.
Struggle to be top 5 in points at the end of the season.
Wow.
You bleach your hair, you're a sellout.
Yo, what is up, everyone? Welcome back to the Moto Aftermath Show. This is episode number 300, and don't worry, I am not alone. Cole's right over there. He's getting us some water. So, we are here. I'm your host, Travis. I want to thank y'all for tuning in, and man, did we have a banger last night to talk about here, which is great because we have so much to talk about for show 300 here. For show 300, hey, come here.
What you got?
Come here. Don't touch me. Oh, it's great. I can't wait.
Got me.
I can't wait. I can't
You're
wait.
fined.
I can't. I'm fined.
Yeah, you just got to find.
I don't like the fine. I don't like the fine. There's no beef now. We'll get into that. We're going to get into that. We're going to get into all that. We're going to call Eric. We're going to try to call Kev just like normal. And then me and Cole are going to jump into everything else. I was going to try to get us some special guests on tonight. I'm so fucking busy with work, people. It's unreal. So none of that. Want to thank, before we get started here.
Hang on. There's somebody I don't want to thank.
Okay, who do you not want to thank? Go ahead.
I'm blowing Justin out right now. It's show 300, and Justin hits us with a maybe. I have a headache. I told that man to saddle the fuck up. I guess I should have just told him it was 300. You need to be here.
Head cold. He couldn't be here for a head cold.
He needs some NANO XTREME, son.
Unbelievable. And if you'd like some NANO XTREME, send us your name, email, and address, and we'll get you a free sample out. Also, want to thank the people keeping the lights on here, both literally and metaphorically, Rev X Products, and the Max Power, which you can put in any single-cylinder 4-stroke motor. It is that time of year. I am doing a motorsport order literally after the show here to get the kids' bike ready.
What are you doing, Road to Loretta's?
No. No, we just need a couple things.
Okay.
We need some new tires. It is a 2021.
And what are you looking for? Some Dunlopies?
Yeah.
I might be able to help you out.
On some 110 tires?
Possibly, yeah.
You got some 110ers sitting around?
Maybe.
So I need a set of those.
Okay. Yeah, I'll make a list here.
I'm also getting some plastics.
Mm-hmm.
And then Eric's going to get us a seat cover and graphics.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's it. I have handlebars, I have grips, I have an exhaust, which is great for a kid that just, rides around a turn track. And, we just hang. We just do stuff. So, yeah. So anyway, I gotta order some parts after this. But I will also be changing the oil and putting my Rev X Max Power in that. And then I'll be getting the old 250F'er ready to rock and roll.
Nice. With
some Rev X Max Power and my slacker tool, setting my sag at 100.
Oh, you're going deep.
Just want to see if I can get a little more pressure on that front wheel. A little more front end traction.
You're going to notice it.
Probably. Because they said 103 to 105. So I'm going to go to 100 and see. I'll go all the way down to like 90. If I don't feel enough at 90, then we know we got to go back and start over again at something else. So anyway, also on board with us here, like I said, NANO XTREME, Gutter Worx, Flo Racing, Holster Co, Rant. I got some rants. I'm going to rant. Show 300 will be full of rants.
Nice.
TLR Coatings Studio. I don't know that I got any tinfoil hats here. We'll talk some silly season stuff. We're going to break down Seattle, and
we're going to break it down as much as that track.
I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. So without further ado, also on board with us, Alias MX and Adept Creative Co. I don't know how I forgot that because
Gutter Worx.
I'm literally, and Gutter Worx on board with us
Rob.
here. Coach Rob, Complete Racing Solutions halftime report. I'm all over the place here. I got no notes. This is great. But we're on show 300.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't be show 300 if we actually had notes and we're prepared.
Yeah. And our guest probably thought we were going to call like an hour ago.
20 minutes.
Hi, this is Eric Gundolf.
Yeah,
Sorry,
we missed him.
There we are.
Leave your name and number.
Don't blow him out on his voicemail.
Oh, is he trying to call us?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Riveting
radio.
I have a question for him.
Let's turn this down here. Maybe he was trying to call us. I don't know.
Or you're just blowing him up like a little fangirl.
All fairness, he said 6:30.
I know. Yeah, we dropped the ball.
It's okay.
Storming.
I know. We did have some
It's about time.
brother.
Oh, see, yeah, we were just
look.
talking about how Travis dropped the ball here.
Look, man, we had a tornado. Okay, we were a little locked down, so we got fucked. All right, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah,
we got
I
fucked.
had to turn around twice trying to get over here for trees across the road.
All right.
Yep. So anyway, let me see
I'll
if I.
let it slide.
Unfortunately, Travis didn't blow off the map.
Yep. Sorry. We're still here. We're still doing it.
YouTube land's probably like, those guys should have blew off the map.
We should have blown off the map a long time ago. YouTube is just they love us.
You think?
We're doing fantastic on YouTube.
Okay.
That's a total joke.
Okay, that's what I thought. We're barely breaking 1,000. But.
Anyway, all right. So, Eric, all sorts of stuff to talk about from last night.
Let's talk.
What kind of drama do you want to talk about first?
I mean, we gotta start with Degan, right?
Yes, we do. Don't worry, I already bitch slapped Cole to start the show, so we're good.
That was a soft little smack.
That was a soft little smack.
That's a 250F tussle, and then if you want a 450 tussle, you just grab the chin bar and yank it like Anderson did.
Yep. So, what are your thoughts on that that whole debacle there?
Well, I mean, I'm fine with like the riding on the track and all that stuff. Like he's letting Juju know who's boss essentially. But to say that he did it because Juju posted his address.
Yeah, I mean, I posted his address.
It's public record. Everyone that saw your arrest record saw your address.
Well, that's where I thought it was absolutely perfect, where Juju's like, he can be mad about it. It's public record.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the interview was perfect for Juju. And then, like, right when they panned the camera to him, he just had that shit-eating grin on his face. It was great.
Yeah.
I thought that was good.
Yeah, I listened to an interview, and Juju said it started at, like, track walk. But he also said that he texted him, like, 3 days ago, and he's like, Degan deleted it, but, like, he's like, I got a screenshot of it of Degan, like, texted him one morning and was like, yo, what's up? Good morning, legend. And I'm just like, wait, what?
No, he said, good morning, legend. Hopefully you can ride the ruts or something.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
Dude, it was something legend, and I'm just like, dude, what the fuck is happening here? I don't understand how this is true WWE, and I'm here for it.
Is it just for show then? Like,
I almost feel like those two are texting each other like, hey, let's put on a show for these guys. Kind of what I feel.
I feel like I've heard that too.
I mean, I'm okay with it.
I'm good with it too.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care.
It will 100% grow.
Let us think it's real.
Dude, we can think it's real. Bro, for all I care, like, in practice, just, like, tip each other over and then, like, just start rolling on the ground fist fighting. Screw it. Pay the fine. You're going to make it back in merch.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yep. It's crazy to me that Cole Davies smacked the shit out of them, and none of us are barely even talking about him.
I know.
And Cole Davies, that he dominated all night. All night dominated.
Yep.
And,
watching him in the heat race, no joke, I was like, he's going to win the main tonight.
Yep.
Yeah. Start to finish.
That kid's good.
He took that big Kiwi wiener of his out and just laid it on the table and was like, I'm here, boys.
Yeah, skimming the shit out of the whoops every lap.
Every lap.
Yeah, that was very impressive.
It's really unbelievable to see how far he's come since Futures last year. Cause
dude, I know
he
he wasn't like, I mean, he was good. Don't get me wrong, but I was thinking like, he'll be right around like 10th ish.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden he's like the fastest guy at the Star Track and battling for wins and almost goes perfect at, what was it, Glendale?
Yeah. Well,
like,
Then he's just like becoming a legend on the mic too. I don't know if either of you watched the press conference, but they literally end the press conference.
I haven't yet.
Dude, so they end it. They all start to stand up, and then he grabs the mic. He goes, I just want to say the press conference is kind of lame without Gypsy here. And I was like, holy shit. This kid is awesome.
That's funny.
No way.
Dude, he literally called all of those press guys out like, y'all fucking suck.
That's crazy.
I'm going to have to watch that. Mm-hmm. So
they literally like end it, right? Like the lady's like, cool, thanks everybody, we're out of time. They start to stand up, and he just grabs the mic up one more time to say that. And I'm just like, holy shit. And then whoever it was, I don't know who it was, some media dudes or video guy stands up in front of the camera, and you could just see him laughing because he's just like, this is hilarious. And I thought it was great.
Yeah, I'll have to watch that one. Did Degan say anything good?
Not really. You know, they ask the typical stuff, you know, like, oh, what about that little incident there with what's his nuts? And he's just like,
did it follow his whole narrative, or did he backpedal?
Yeah, nah, it kind of followed it. He was just like, yeah, you know, there wasn't anything groundbreaking, let's put it that way. The most groundbreaking thing was Davies calling out all the rest of the media, saying that you guys are fucking lame compared to Gypsy.
That's funny.
That's good.
Makes me want to get a press pass and just go in there and ask ridiculously dumb shit to like really throw these guys off, right?
And then,
man.
So gear talk. I want to go gear talk.
All right, let's gear talk with the gear guy.
That's what I'm bringing up. Gear talk with Grundle.
Gear talk with
All right.
Grundle.
There it is.
Brought to you by Alias MX.
There it is.
Let's do it.
The jail fit and the Hamburglar jail fit, those are the best designs Thor's had in years. and just like from a marketing standpoint, brilliant job on the gear in my opinion. I
loved the black and white one. The black and white stripes, that was sick.
Oh, dude, they'll sell the
fantastic.
shit out of that. Mm-hmm. They would sell
It
the shit out of
actually, not to get off of Moto, but Cannondale one year had their factory road race team running suits like that, and it said on the chest, it said "Legalize my Cannondale" on it.
Awesome.
And it just made me think of that. I was like, wow, that's pretty epic.
So if Thor doesn't, for lack of a better term here, pull their head out of their ass, I think Alias MX needs to step up with the jailbreak kit.
I mean, I would be down, but I feel like that's something that you have to have tied to something that happened, like what happened with him.
You ever been to jail, Travis?
I've been to jail. I've been in cuffs several times.
Eric, have you been pulled over in a supercar?
No.
Yeah. Lame.
I thought maybe you'd be.
I've been pulled over, but
that's what I mean. You got pulled over.
Car.
You didn't get arrested, but you've been pulled over in a supercar.
No.
You ever been in handcuffs?
Only in my truck. No.
It's not a good time.
Oh, damn it. We got to get our street cred up.
It's not a great time.
What can we do to get our street cred up?
I do everything I can to avoid that kind of stuff.
Look, it was another life, okay? I don't want to talk about it.
We could put Travis on the
Mr. Awesome.
Mr. Awesome days, yes.
Mr. Awesome can break his crotch rocket back out.
I know plenty of police. Like, if we want to put together a line for jailbirds, I can make a ton of content happen with legit police officers.
You want to fake an arrest?
I mean, we don't even have to fake it. They will put me in the car. Trust me. They
Eric,
will take me away.
I got
we
your
can
guy
shoot
to,
content
I got
for
your
this.
guy to build the kit around right here.
Hey, that's not a bad idea.
The Mr. Awesome jailbreak kit.
We can do this.
Do we think Thor's going to do anything with it though?
See, that's kind. If they don't,
I don't think they
what's
will.
going on? And I really don't think they will. No.
To be honest, I don't know that it's like. There's no way that was a Thor thing. There was something I noticed last night about this, right? And we've talked about this before. How
I know that wasn't Thor gear.
Well,
Yeah.
everything with
all
him is
Danger
private
branded.
labeled Danger. And did you notice even on the podium, the goggles, even though he's an Alpine Star goggle guy like the rest of the team, it still says Danger on the fucking lens too.
No, I didn't see all that.
Yeah, I noticed that
Well, that's
last night.
probably a limited edition goggle, if I had to guess.
I don't know. I guess I haven't looked it up.
I
We
didn't
can
know
here.
either.
You guys talk. I'll look it up.
But I mean, yeah, if Thor
you two
doesn't
do something.
if Thor doesn't run with that and do something with it, it's one of the biggest misses of all time. Like, even if they have to collab with him and do royalties or whatever, like,
Yeah, I mean, hey, sign me up.
that's what I'm saying. Like, even the all orange, even like without the jail kind of tie to it, looks sick. I thought.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
super bright. Like, think of a little kid out there. I always wore a bright orange helmet when I was a kid, so my dad could see me.
Bogle.
They're gonna Bogle, yeah, Bogle with the bright
Yep.
orange helmet.
Let's see here.
So, I don't know.
Goggles. Oh wait, hold on. Back up. Was that
What
a
do you-
full? Oh no, he's just on the helmet.
All right. Well,
thing.
while he's chatting, I got an adept
Yeah.
question.
All right.
So, you were running a Liat 3.5 chest protector for a little bit, no?
Holy
Yes.
shit!
I was.
These things are expensive.
Did you end up ever making any graphics for that chest protector, or making a template up or anything?
I did for the size that I wore,
Okay.
but their chest protector is like a grainy matte plastic,
Mm-hmm.
so it doesn't really like the graphic doesn't want to adhere to it.
Okay. Because that's
So it's like you literally would have to like heat gun it like 20 times and then heat gun it immediately before you go out so that absolutely no dirt gets underneath it if it bubbles up at all.
Yeah, and they got those little. So that's what I have. I have one of those, and
Yep.
it's got all like the little triangles cut in it too. I imagine that's gonna grab dirt like no tomorrow.
Yep.
But no, I was just curious because I'm like getting into vet rider life. Maybe I'm gonna run this chest protector over the jersey so I don't look like a fat ass. But I'd like to
it's not gonna help.
I'd like to
not
have
gonna help.
my number or something on it. So I was curious to see if you made something up for that and made it work or not because I knew you were playing with it.
Yeah, it depends on what size it is, but I do have it. And then I think I also did an Alpine Stars one at one point too.
Oh, like a A1 or something like that.
Yeah, I think it's the newer A1 from like last year or the year before, whenever it was brand new.
And that's just straight on to the chest protector, no like plastic plate over it.
Right. Yeah.
I wonder what the.
But again, only the shell size that I bought, and
Right.
it took me way too much time to do that.
Oh, I bet.
I mean, templating that stuff, well, especially on the Alpine Stars one, because the Liat one, I didn't cut out a lot of the holes because there was just like too many of them, and it was just, you weren't even going to be able to read it. But the Alpine Stars one, I like cut out all the holes other than like where my number and name and stuff were.
Okay.
And then same with like logos on the front. Dude, it took me probably 4 or 5 hours
Oh, I bet it
minimum.
took forever.
Yeah. And then it's like you print the first one and it's not perfect, so then you go in and tweak it, and yeah, I was just like, okay, this is way too time consuming for something that's not going to make us any money.
Yeah, I wonder, like, Ferrandis and them with the Thor chest protectors, they got kind of like a clear plastic plate that they made for them, right?
I believe
They
so.
do? Yeah.
That, or it's just like where they put the graphic is just like flat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, by the
Because like
time
that stuff takes 20 minutes to template. That's nothing. But when you got the curves and the holes and you're trying to get the whole thing, that's when it starts getting very complicated.
Update. There is no limited edition Danger stuff on Alpine Star's website. You can, however, buy Honda MX collection stuff, but no actual Danger stuff. And then like that.
that's
But if
bright-
you go to their goggles, does it show a Danger Boy goggle?
No, there's no anything like
so
that.
he had his logo on the lens.
Okay.
kind of.
Yeah. Now there is the limited edition Hay gear too here, HAY, that Sexton's been wearing. Those boots and that bright ass gear that's like white and
Did
pink
they have
and
that
neon.
Danger gear with the ugly ass Jordan print on it?
I don't think so. Like, let me look at gear here.
You know, like that weird like
I
mustard and
I looked
blue?
at goggles and then was just scrolling through. Doesn't.
So do you guys see him once he goes 450 going Stewart style and just building his own gear company
I don't know.
with the Danger brand kind of thing? Kind of seems like that's
I
what they're
could-
setting up for, but
Yeah, I could see it being a possibility.
that's one thing I loved about Stewart, and I respected the shit out of him for, is like he didn't take any gear money from anybody else, and he's like, I'm gonna wear my own shit.
Another
Yep.
another
I thought that
update.
was cool.
No danger gear either. That is all just a super one-off for him only situation. Probably a deal done through Thor to build the brand for when they do their own thing after this. Who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe they got a thing with Thor.
Well, if they stick with Thor, and that whole deal is they've got distribution to every dealership in the country through
Yep.
Yeah. Which wouldn't surprise me if they do that at all. Now, that being said, I do like some of these colorways that they do here. They are Alpine Star stuff is sick. I do like Alpine Star gear too. No offense, Eric.
Yeah, they do a good job.
I like your stuff.
No, Alpine Stars does a good job. I've got no problem admitting when other gear companies do a good job.
Yeah, their stuff. I have some of. You remember that original like green and pink stuff they did with Ando a couple of years ago? I have that set.
Yep.
And I like that a lot. It's very very nice. So I like my Depth stuff too. It's cool. It's nice.
You're adept?
Or I'm sorry, my Alias, whatever. I like my Depth.
Yeah, you don't even have any of the new Alias stuff though. That
Yeah,
stuff's
dude.
outdated.
Oh, sorry. Well,
Yeah.
didn't get my new stuff. Sorry. My
Well, we're gonna get him cuffed up here, and we're gonna get a mugshot, and we're gonna drop a new line of gear.
Look, you just tell me what we need for content. Send me out some gear. We'll make some shit happen, dude. We'll make some shit happen.
We'll go stand in the tornado.
Well,
Yeah, you want me to stand outside in a tornado and take pictures? Pfft, no problem. I got this. I'll do it with the fucking
Oh,
umbrella
man.
too. I have Alias umbrella. Still.
our new pink LE will be out very soon.
Sweet.
We just received it on Friday, so
Yeah, we should.
we just gotta look through it, make sure everything's good to go, no mistakes, stuff like that, and then we'll get it set up.
Well, I started looking at graphics the other day for the kid's bike, and then I asked the chick, and she goes, "Just ask the kid. I don't want to make this decision and make the wrong one and get yelled at." I was like, "Good call, good call." So I'm working on it here. I was telling Cole right before you got on, I got to get on Motorsport after this and order plastics and tires and all sorts of fun stuff here. Very excited.
Oh yeah.
Very excited. So, how's it going for you? You starting to ride or what?
Nope.
Sweet.
Weather is awful up here right now.
Yeah, it's not great here. There's days here, but it's
Yeah.
very wet spring right now. So
Same
Yeah,
track
and
of
the
Shafts
next-
right now.
What is it? What does the iPhone show? The 10-day forecast?
yeah,
So let's see. Unless there are any changes. Okay, yeah, we've got 2 days in the 10-day forecast of no rain. Wednesday and Friday.
Perfect time for Supercross season to go up through that part of the country.
yeah, it's gonna be great.
Oh yeah. Saturday we have a high of 46.
Sick.
So yeah, Foxborough will be nice and warm.
Breaking news: I'll be at Foxborough.
Were you really?
I'm going.
You gonna actually
You
shoot
will
some
be.
content for the show this time, or
It's a coworker's retirement party, so I don't know.
I don't understand what the problem is.
I mean, I can get you some retirement party content for sure.
We're just out here trying to do some work.
What?
It's
whatever.
unbelievable.
I can give you a unique perspective. I don't know if it'll be what you want.
Good
but
help's so hard to find, Eric. Good help is so hard to find.
Oh man.
All right, back to racing though. So instead of us just shooting the shit
Yeah.
across everything here, so what did you think about your boy's ride last night?
I mean, he was solid until that one mistake when Coop messed up, and then I look ahead to the screen and I see Chase rolling, and I'm like, no.
Yeah.
And then he ended up missing the triple, and Coop got him. I mean, I think he rode great, and I think Coop just got him, and really nothing else that I would say about it. I thought it was solid. I know he's a little bit bummed to give some points back because it was a pretty big point swing.
Mm-hmm.
But, there's still, like 6 rounds left?
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
time. As the great Ricky Carmichael said,
Oh,
I will
boy.
actually agree with him on this one. You can't be mad at that second place at all.
No.
No.
He rode great.
That was a perfect place or a perfect situation where he could have thrown it away again, and he took it on the chin and got a second.
Yep.
And I think that, to me, is some growth in Chase Sexton.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I totally agree. I was happy with that. I was just like, try, but don't send it too far and end up going down and taking even less points.
Yeah. Ended up like Justin Cooper, basically. A simple crash like that, 3-4 spots.
Yep. And Cooper read that last corner absolutely perfect.
Oh, yeah, it was great.
Oh, yeah, Chase was trying to come in hot, and there was just nowhere for him to
Yeah.
go.
Yep.
He was.
So good.
He literally would have had to, like, bumper cart him out of the way or something.
Doesn't matter.
There's really nothing.
Thanks for tuning into the Moto Aftermath Show. If you guys like the show, make sure to give us a thumbs up there with that like button. Also, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell notification so you never miss a show update, a live show, or anything that we're doing here, because when we find out news, we will be on here bringing you our thoughts with it. Also, if you guys want to help support the show, join our members area. You'll get member exclusives, including live shows. You get to watch the show being recorded live, and you'll get all sorts of other member benefits. So thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Join the members area. Subscribe. We'll see you all on the next one. Just kept going and going and going.
I know.
And he just kept turning it up. As soon as Webb would make a move, he's like, nope, sucker, and like make it back. And I'm like, holy, where's this Kenny been for so long?
At one point, though, I see Webb back there, and I was like, he's been in this position way too many times.
Yep.
He knows that Kenny's going to wear out. He knows Kenny's hurt.
Yeah, but Kenny made some moves, man. He made
He
some
did.
moves.
He did. It's a bummer that
He was
shoulder's as
shredding.
bad as it is.
Yeah.
It sounds like it's pretty bad.
I mean, don't sound
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, it doesn't sound good at all.
Supercross only.
Nope.
So, I guess TLR tinfoil hat here.
All right, here we go. This is what I'm talking about.
Is he grinding it out because he wants that Ducati ride? Because if he's a Supercross only guy, he's happy at HEP, he's making good money, bail, get it fixed.
We'll see. The guy on the phone here is pretty close with him, so we should get some insider info there.
I mean, I don't know for sure, but I've heard a lot of talk that he is going to Ducati.
Yeah, maybe he's grinding it
It
out
wouldn't
to
surprise me.
kind
It
of
wouldn't
prove a
surprise me
point.
at all.
Have you heard only one Ducati guy, or have you heard two?
2.
Because I heard this week they were only going one, and I went, huh, that's weird. And then I also heard this week that they were not going to race Supercross next year, which I went, what? Yeah, that was exactly my sentiment. Was like, what? What do you mean
What
they're
kind of
not?
left field person are you listening to?
It rhymes with Schmolp MX,
Oh. So Pulp MX.
which is why I kind of took it like, really?
Yeah.
Because that's not anything I've heard from anybody yet.
Yeah, I would put my money on 2 guys, and one of them being Kenny.
If you're a betting man, who's the second
If
guy?
I was a betting man.
Who's the second guy if you're a betting man?
I honestly have no idea.
So put your team manager hat on.
Barsha?
That's what I've heard.
So let's put our team manager hats on right here. It's kind of a fun one.
Okay, we're talking Ducati. We're TLR tinfoil and hat. Wait, hold on. I learned how to talk about this stuff so we don't get in trouble. Allegedly. Or my take on it is, see, now they can't sue us or we can't get in trouble.
Okay, nice.
We just cleared ourselves.
Let's play the team manager game right now. We got a lot of guys moving around.
Yep.
Eric, team manager. You're at Ducati. Who you hiring and why?
Chase Sexton?
Why? Because he's my
What
best
kind of
friend.
question is that?
Well, how are you going to get him then?
What do you mean? His contract's up. That's
I know.
how.
Are you going to give him more money? Are you going to say, hey, our bike's unproven, but we're going to make it work?
You going to sign him for 10 years? Like, what are you going to do?
Yeah, that bike's unproven right now.
Yeah, I mean, offer him literally whatever he wants. There's not much else to it, really. Like, yes, their bike is unproven, but they have money, and I'm sure that the sponsors that they're getting have money. So I don't see that being an issue.
But you also know that Chase signs based on how the
yeah.
bike is and not the dollar
I
sign.
do know that Chase heavily weighs the importance of the bike. But he also, those guys ride the bikes secretly. So, he would probably ride it and be like, yes or no.
So did you go with him for the Kawasaki test or what?
No.
Are you sure? Are you playing coy with me? If I text your dad, am I going to get a different answer?
So I saw that Lewis Phillips tweeted the other day saying that he talked to Chase and that he has not signed anything, so that it's all rumors.
Look, we're just over here speculating that he's signed with Kawasaki, okay? No one knows for sure other than Kawasaki and Chase. However, I do believe there's enough smoke out there now that bike has been ridden by him.
Probably.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of smoke out there about
There's
it.
a ton of smoke.
Yeah.
Which means Anderson's out.
I mean, 100% he's out. I mean,
Yeah.
he hasn't performed very well, and...
Oh, that's a good juicy bit, too. Okay.
I would see Anderson go to Triumph.
See,
Yeah,
I
so
would
we
have
saw that too.
I would have said that if Bobby was still there, but Bobby's not there.
Well, let me throw this one at you.
Yeah, but I think he was tight with not only Bobby, but with Scuba, too.
You don't think he goes to club?
Yeah, I've heard a little smoke and mirrors from...
No, I do not see him going to club.
He's at club.
Club doesn't have money for that. Do they?
How much can he bring with him?
That's true.
And
I mean,
also, I no
right
disrespect-
now, probably not that much. He has not been doing that well.
Well, and no disrespect to Anderson because he's still a bad dude, but he's at pay
Yeah.
cut point in his career.
Yeah, he definitely is.
Was it really a family emergency?
I think so. Yeah, I don't think he bailed.
Yeah,
Okay.
you don't play with that.
I mean,
Yeah, you don't mess
I
with
wouldn't
that.
think so, but there's that conspiracy side of me that always just has to go, is it really?
I think for him, yes.
I mean,
Yeah, because that dude had a baby at 5 a.m. and showed up and still tried to race Daytona.
I understand.
So,
I understand. And like, look, I hope everything's fine. I said it last night in all the shows I did that I hoped everything was fine. But there's always that question of like, was it really? When you don't have answers, when you don't know, and yes, all we can go on because it's a family thing. He doesn't have to tell us anything. I'm just asking if anybody thought it wasn't a family emergency situation. That it's just that bad.
No, yeah, I don't.
All right.
I don't
Okay,
think so.
all right. Hey, I just
No
asked
foul
the question.
play here, Travis.
Look, I just asked the questions. TLR tinfoil hat. We're speculating. This is for entertainment purposes only, as the kids on TikTok say. I don't know what the fuck else to say. All right, look, we're just.
It was AI. It was AI.
This is just, dude. You know what? Y'all ever heard of Hoovie's Garage on YouTube?
No.
So he is a gigantic automotive YouTuber guy. Look him up, like millions of subs, whatever, right? And I listened, or I was watching one of his videos the other day because I've never watched him before, and I love the way he started it. He goes, "Welcome to Hoovie's Garage, the stupidest automotive YouTube channel in the world," and I went, "That may be our new catch line here: the stupidest motocross show in the world." Just so
That's good.
right off the bat, just fire out there of like, hey, don't expect much out of this because I feel like
bench racers.
I feel like people expect too much out of us at this point.
I think we're just chilling with our 1,000 views on YouTube.
I think they just take us way too seriously sometimes, man. I'm just like, guys, it's not that serious.
Yeah, it's not that deep.
Well, I'm still gonna get up in powder coat tomorrow to make my living. The YouTube thing's just not a deal.
Keep it around the table, Travis. Let's finish off the question here. Who you signing if you're Ducati?
Ooh, okay. So if I'm Ducati, well, I'm probably signing honestly Barshin and Roxon. Those are probably my two.
And what reason why?
So Roxon has that international flair, and if I'm Ducati, right, I want to go international. I want to go big dog, right? Well, Roxon is doing, and to me, if I'm covering motocross with the bike, I'm covering that in the GP side. Mm-hmm. The American motocross is okay, but if I'm just trying to think of it from a Ducati point of view, right? So it's kind of So what is the big deal in the U.S.? Well, the big deal in the U.S. is the Supercross side of things. And then if you have Roczen, he'll ride World Supercross too.
That was my next question. You think Ducati's
so you can support him for that too, which I think is becoming a bigger and bigger deal as we move along here. So that's why I signed Roczen. And why do I sign Barsha? Because Barsha we can do a bunch of fun stuff with.
Ready. Mike's ready.
Yeah, so all the weird marketing side. Just market him. Market the shit out of him.
Yeah. Yeah, and then you have 2 senior guys who can help develop the bike really well, who have a fan base and a following and everything for that side of things. Like, I think those are the 2 that you almost have to go with and can get and can get results, right? Sorry. Kenny we know is basically you can almost sign, seal, and deliver him for a win in Supercross every year, which means you will probably, unless your bike just completely blows a giant bag of dicks, you can almost sign, seal, and deliver it for a win in Supercross in your opening season. And Barsha at this point is just a solid top 10 guy that, again, will develop the bike and be there, and he is going to beat the shit out of that thing, so you will find all the flaws with it.
I can't argue with that, honestly.
And giving one more thing why I'm really questioning Anderson going to Triumph. The only reason I say Anderson might go to Triumph is because it's a factory team and they can give him some money. But the one thing that I think is holding that back is they are so far behind on that 450 development with that Triumph. It is ridiculous. That's why Harup's here. Harup, whatever the hell his name is.
He's here just developing it.
He was supposed to ride 450s in Europe, but because they're so far behind, they brought him over here to ride 250 stuff. And then, of course, he rode Supercross. And according to Lewis Phillips, who I have some thoughts about him too, according to him, he rode Supercross, wasn't as scared of it as he thought he was going to be. It actually went fairly well. So then was obviously going to fill in for what's his nuts there, Swole, when he got hurt.
Swole.
Yeah, and then of course obviously then he had to get off shortly after. But he is supposed to be riding 250 outdoor for them this summer, as far as I know.
Oh wow.
At least some.
That'll be cool.
At least some. Cool. So yeah. So he's gonna do that. Ducati's supposed to have Tony ride some rounds here once they get it homologated in the US, as far as I know, or what I've heard. Speculation is that Ducati's going to come
saying
to
what I've heard. All the people hate it.
I know. No, they just hate it when I say, well, I've heard, but I won't tell them what I've heard. I'm telling them what I've heard this time. Well, you used to say that kind of stuff. Yes, but there are some personal things about some people's lives that I'm just not going to put out there anymore. Sorry, guys.
Gotcha.
There are certain things. There are certain things I don't touch like that I hear, but that doesn't mean I'm going to post it everywhere.
Yeah, I don't know.
Now, Degan's address, that's a different story. I'll post that every day of the week and twice on Sunday.
He pulled the family out. Like
buy a fucking gate. Like,
Dom Toretto.
Buy a fucking gate
family.
And pay a goddamn security guard. Jesus.
Okay, yeah, I can't really disagree with you on the whole Ducati thing there, Travis. I think I'm.
Who are you signing?
I think I'm with you.
Okay.
Yeah. After.
Wow, you guys are boring.
I mean, we're boring, but I really see Anderson going to Club MX.
We're boring.
I really see him going to Club MX. Just because he's down there doing the program already. He's at pay cut part of his career. They'll let him do World Supercross. He can make the money up there.
The Yamaha is dialed.
I mean, I think if they were giving Josh Hill factory suspension or supporting him in that way and giving Phil suspension, why aren't they going to step up and do that for Anderson?
Did you hear that Honda gave Dylan a factory transmission?
Did they?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, those bikes are just sitting, so.
Somebody's got to use these parts.
But no, I'm...
oh, yeah. Do you guys know who's filling in? HRC.
What do you mean? Are they actually doing a fill-in?
I saw on Twitter last night. I don't know if it was Mathis or who it was, but somebody tweeted saying Lars is announcing on Tuesday they're filling for the rest of Supercross.
It's got to be Dino.
It's got to be Dean, right?
Mm-hmm. It's got to be Dino.
I want it to be Trey Kennard so bad.
Trey's not coming back to ride Supercross,
oh
bro.
Oh my god, that'd be so bad. Yeah, that'd be
no,
bad.
I don't think so.
But no, the last thing the last speculation I'd heard, entertainment purposes only, is Dino is coming back for entertainment purposes only. To ride
yeah,
for
that
them.
would make sense.
That would make a lot.
That would
of
make
sense.
sense.
Yeah. So,
I could see it because Dean Wilson's been very. You know how alive he was on Instagram and stuff. He's been
He's been very quiet.
Very
Mhm.
quiet, as in like maybe a little boot camp kind of action going on.
Mm-hmm. When do you think we see the Lawrence brothers back?
Start outdoors, probably.
Outdoors.
All right.
They hungry living on that $3,000 salary.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Here we go.
We hungry.
We going down that road.
No.
Hunter's not living on $3,000. It's just yet.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Hunter just got his Ferrari looking sick. That was a cool video. I like that.
Dude, there's so much with that too that I'm just like.
I mean, it's pretty obvious who the source is. Myrtle, right?
I mean, yeah, it's not hard to put these pieces
Not to
together.
put that piece together. I mean, the video.
Speculating here that the source might be a certain someone who just got stabbed in the back by them.
I mean, the video that Chris put up of old boy driving the Rolls was directed right at that person. So
Yeah.
There's
so
a
it's
lot.
pretty obvious to connect the dots of who the source of this information's from, and it's got to be pretty valid, I would assume.
There's a lot going
I
on
mean,
there. I'm just gonna let
that-
Chris keep forefronting that battle there.
Yeah.
That Rolls Royce video is pretty compelling, though.
Mm-hmm.
It's
It doesn't look good.
Not a good looking video.
There's no. Eric, look, dude, we're just not going to go down that path too far here. If they want to know what's happening, they can just, because I know you probably know things. There's some things that I know. Your dad tends to text me a lot. And then, and just, so I'm just gonna sit over here quietly and just go, if you want to know what's happening, just go watch Cooksy's videos. Yeah. I got to see if that guy ever, somebody commented the other day and was like, well, I think the reason people don't like Cooksy is because he's just been so wrong about everything. And I was like, please tell me 3 things he's been wrong about.
Did you see the response to that?
No, what do you say?
Well, he made a very good response back to you
Oh,
and said,
okay.
well, Chris also said that you guys said Shimoda was going to get deported, and that
Well-
was wrong.
Well, you know what? He got me on that one.
Yeah.
He did get me on that one
Got
because
that
that was
ass.
not us.
Yeah.
But you know what? There's just okay. We're just gonna Eric. So
Yeah, Eric, where do you want to go with this?
yeah.
Eric.
Take it away.
Take it away, dude. You
Take
can't
it
put me
away.
on
The
spot
floor
like
is
that.
yours, man.
I am not that guy.
Putting him on the spot.
Not unless I have something to talk about, and we've gotten so off track that I don't even know where to go from
This is
here.
the ADHD segment.
Eric,
We're all over.
You wouldn't know how to act on this show if we just had you on. We had notes that we were talking about specific points with you, and all we did was talk about that. You would be like, what the fuck is wrong with these guys this week? Because our conversations always happen this way. It never It never talks about the race. We spend 45 minutes jabbering on about nothing. We touch on the race.
450 race recaps for.
We
Watch
touch
that.
on the race for 5 minutes, and then we're out.
Yep. I've noticed that.
You know,
Because there's been a couple times where I'm like, oh, I really want to bring up this point and talk about this and talk about that. And then I end up talking about like one of 5 things that I want to talk about. And then we're just talking about friggin'
Floor is yours.
floor is yours.
Random
You got
stuff.
some. You got some
the
notes
points.
now. Bust the points out, bro.
No, I don't. Because
Oh.
I learned to just come in unprepared and I'll just go with whatever you guys go with.
Dude, we are the stupidest motocross show on the internet. Okay, it's just where we go.
I like that.
So I
Not
guess
dumbest, stupidest.
Sexton still your guy for the ship after Webb doing what he did last night.
Yep. 11 points. We can make that up.
after
We.
big we guy over here now, starting to sound like me and Jet. So
Yeah.
we are on our way here.
No, I just did that because Travis always does.
Okay, hold on. I got a question for Eric. Let's go to our group chat conversation with Stubbs the other day, since he's
boy.
not here to defend himself. So we'll punch him below the belt while he's not here. So he said,
Yeah, show 300 by the way, and Stubbs couldn't show up.
"Yeah, show 300 didn't make it here." In fact, I was gonna text you and see if you could get one of your buddies on because it was show 300, and then I've been busy and here we are.
I
So
know. Oh well.
here we are.
Continue.
RJ had the week off. He could have come on.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Anyway, we were talking about outdoors, and we were talking about like Prado, and he at first. Correct me if I'm wrong here, Cole. In the group chat, he at first was very high on Prado was going to win this year, right?
Wins the ship right off the
Wins
bat.
the ship right off the rip.
I mean, if he didn't get injured,
Thank you.
maybe.
Thank you.
It's not out of the question. I would have put him, Jet, Eli, and Chase. You know, those four
Yes.
are gonna duke it out for the title in outdoors.
See, I'm a little low on Prado. I don't see him coming out and performing with that group of guys first season in.
I would have given
Dude,
him. I would have
I
given
watched
him
the GPs though, and the last 2 years he's been
On a steel frame?
gnarly.
on a steel frame.
A custom steel frame though. That gas was not this gas.
Not you mean he wasn't on a Kawasaki for the last 2 years?
Correct.
Thank you. He also wasn't racing Eli Tomac for the last 2 years.
Nobody was racing Tim Geiser and
Thank you. He
friggin'
also wasn't racing
Jeffrey
Jet Lawrence.
Hurling. Yeah.
Thank you. He also was racing on tracks he's been racing for how many years now?
I mean, hey,
Thank you.
you can have your opinion.
No
You can have your
qualifying
opinion.
races.
Doesn't
No 2
mean I
days
agree
of
with
figuring
it.
out the track.
Yeah, no 30-minute practice sessions, no qualifying races, not a 2-day format, single day, 30 minutes, figure it the fuck out against a 4-time champ and a guy who went undefeated his rookie year. And then was winning the title last year until he literally blew his fucking thumb off his hand.
And a guy named Chase Sexton, who's a fucking bad dude outdoors.
Which is your guy there. So you're literally...
Yep.
I'm telling Chase next time I see him that you thought Prado was going to whoop his ass this summer.
What? I never said that.
That's not what I just heard. So I'm gonna DM Chase, which by the way I gotta pay for the verified badge so that people can see me because I'll be verified and then
Verified goes straight into the normal chat?
go straight into the normal chat if you're verified.
That's where the value comes in.
Yep. So I gotta DM Chase and tell him that. He won't respond because I know how he texts. I've heard about his texting abilities, which aren't great, but
Yeah, they're not great.
but I'll do it anyway and be like, bro, your boy Eric just said that Prado was going to spank your ass all over the place this summer.
Look, Prado.
Yep, word for word. That's what I said.
Prado's got a lot stacked against him, as far as that goes. First year,
He
a lot of
does
stuff
right
to
now.
Figure out. So he's coming in with an injury, new bike, new team, new everything.
Mm-hmm.
If he,
Oh,
you know, if
hey,
he came out
he's
and won the
wearing
ship
new
first year,
gear,
it'd be the
Travis.
most
Add
impressive
that
one
to
I've
the
ever seen.
list of news for him.
New gear too. Those boots
Yep,
grip
new
differently.
gear, new helmet. Yeah, that might slow him down.
That's probably why he crashed and hurt his shoulder because he didn't have the grip from the boots he was wearing before.
He'd look sick in that kit. That would make
No,
him ride
Fox
a little better.
Fox boots are super grippy.
Are they really? I don't know. I've never rode
Dude,
one.
they're very grippy, but it's like wearing tennis shoes for your ankles.
Prado picks up probably at least a half a second a lap because he doesn't have to look in the mirror at the rig and see him in that dusty ass Thor kit.
Well, it could be a thing too.
When you walk in and you see yourself dripping with that Fox stuff he was wearing,
Yeah.
with the purples and the greens and stuff.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure everything he wore was like custom one-off stuff too.
Yeah,
Like I don't think they made anything that he was wearing.
No, so that's half a second a lap right there, brother.
Hey, whatever, man.
Look good, feel good, ride good.
When is someone gonna wear the friggin' one piece?
I think Prado wants to. He was
was
excited.
talking
But why
that he
why
liked
is he
it.
not wearing it?
I don't know because he's been hurt, Eric. That's why he's not wearing it.
Well, no. Why did he not wear it at the first two rounds?
Brother,
or
I don't-
however many rounds he made it through.
Look, let me just tell you this. I don't have a direct line to Fox to be like, hey, guys, when's Prado going to wear this fucking onesie out here? So,
Hey, Craig ain't
sorry,
been back
don't
in
have an
the onesie.
answer. Huh?
Craig wasn't back in the onesie either.
Well, dude,
I
no.
see-
No, he wore
I've
it
seen
at
Kenny riding
A1
with
a
it.
couple years ago, and then that was it.
Kenny ain't brought it out either. I saw him running it.
Well, I heard that some guys don't like it. I don't know who. I just had heard that some guys don't like it.
It'd be weird.
What was the reason why? Just riding up their ass, or what's the deal?
I have no idea. I didn't hear why. I just heard people say that people didn't like it. and that's why not everyone was going to wear it. And now literally nobody's wearing it.
Biggest disadvantage for me is taking a piss, dude.
Yeah. Bro,
No,
just-
it has a fly on it, so you can.
Oh, it has a
It's got a
zipper.
little flapper.
Yeah.
Nice.
Travis.
They got a button. They got some buttons with some flaps in the back too, so I can take a dump. Or do I got to get undressed to do that one?
No, you gotta get undressed for that one.
No, you
Damn
just
it.
got a Carmichael, Troy, Ohio, 01.
Just shit
You
your
just
pants
gotta
while
just
you're doing
let
it?
it rip. Still win the moto by 20.
Yeah. Well, things happen. I had a girl work for me once.
Oh,
who,
whoa! I don't like how that started out.
who ran cross country, and this was when I was running marathons, and she was like, I don't know how we got on the topic one day, but she was like, no, you just pee while you run. And I'm like, excuse me? She's like, yeah.
What?
She's like, you don't stop racing, you just pee while you run. I was like, absolutely fucking not. Have I ever done that?
I'm draining the main vein before I even start.
I have put down hundreds of miles. I'm pulling off in the bathroom to go pee. She's like, no, I just pee and just keep going. And I'm just like, wow.
Yeah,
That is,
marathon runners are nuts, dude. They will shit themselves. They'll do anything.
there is not once I have ran a marathon, a half marathon, 5K, 10K that I've ever had to take a shit or a piss and just been like, you know what? Just let it run down my fucking, just in the spandex, baby. We'll get it later. Not fucking once.
1,000 views. This is why.
I have peed in bushes. I have peed everywhere. All over Walt Disney World, dude. You never know when you're going to pee. And you know what? When you do, you just fucking stop and go during a race, all right? But not once have I ever just done it and kept going.
Yeah,
This is a
that
prime
would
example.
that would be way too much.
This is a prime example of how this show goes. We started off with the speed suit to a flap to pissing down our leg in a marathon.
And this is why we are the stupidest motocross show on YouTube.
Like,
Yeah, we're talking about marathons.
It's okay. It's fine.
in fecal matters.
It's fine. So, you got anything else for him? We're wasting his time.
We
now.
are wasting his time.
What was for dinner tonight?
I had ground bison in I put it in a burrito,
Do you like bison?
and then I
have
had
some
some
bison
broccoli
burgers.
on the side.
This guy's healthy.
He is real healthy. I had half a bag of Hershey Kisses at lunch after I had some breakfast tacos. But in all fairness, I
That's
fasted.
okay. I had a donut for breakfast.
That
so-
a boy.
I had
That's what I
leftover
like to
Mexican
hear.
from 2 days ago for breakfast.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm
Yeah,
going-
usually once a week I go to this gas station. They have the best donuts around.
Sick. Sick.
We got Sweetwaters up
We
in
got
our
Sweetwaters.
hood. Yeah.
Ate a lot of those in 2020 because I thought the world was ending and it didn't matter.
He was straight Homer Simpson in it with the donut.
Then I got real heavy and I said, you know what? It's time to put them down. The world's still here. So here we are. So tonight I'll go home and have 1 pound of burgers and my rice cakes before I go to bed.
Nice.
Maybe even sauna
Rice
too.
cakes are good.
Dude, there's these ones I get.
Oh, here we go. We're
I
gonna
can't
go down
think of the
this road
name.
now.
They're fucking great though, dude. They so they drizzle them in stuff, but it's like really low calorie. So like I eat the whole bag at a time to round off my day, but it's only like 450 calories in the whole fucking bag. But they've got like birthday cake flavored ones. They've got
Are they in a blue bag?
No, it's a brown bag. They're like Drizzleicious or some shit like that. I don't know. I'll send you a picture
like a
of it
rapper.
later.
That's a little sus.
Dude, no, like, bro, we are more and more crunchy by the day over here. So trust me, I have looked at them and yes, there's seed oil in there like there is in basically anything you get that's chips or rice cakes or whatever from the store. But outside of that, the rest of it's very, very good. Like the chocolate they use is all real high quality dark chocolate stuff. And dude, they are super fucking good. And when I say I can sit there and eat the whole bag, like it is zero problem to eat the whole bag and just be like, man, I wish I had another one, but I don't really want to go that many calories into rice cakes today. So,
Oh man.
I'll send you a picture of them later, but that's my keeping the fun in the diet right now.
Yeah, I try and avoid seed oils and stuff as much as possible.
Yeah, well, good fucking luck in today's society because you
What's the
pick
big thing
anything.
with the
Dude,
seed oils?
it's
Inflammation?
tough. It's expensive to avoid it. Actually, it's
Fuck, it
very
is.
Yeah, it
expensive.
is. What's the big thing with seed oil? Inflammation. You
It's
probably
ter-
sent me a
It's
DM
just
on this.
terrible
it's
for your
terrible
gut.
for you. It's terrible.
Yeah, like your body can't process it.
Which is why
It's literally
yeah.
been linked to causing cancer.
Yes, but if you do get
Probably
cancer,
why my belly's screaming at me all the time.
if you do get cancer, Cole, I have sent you a couple of Insta bangers about how to help with that. So if you ever watch those that I send you,
Like fasting.
fuck, yeah.
What? Femben and ivermectin.
Well, you got to start with like a 72-hour fast because you have to get this stuff out to so that
Well, and you have to starve the cancer too. My grandfather got diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer a few months back, and he's done all this stuff. And the last time he went in, they've shrunk in half. He had two tumors the size of a tennis ball, and when he went back for his checkup, they shrunk in half.
Now, did they biopsy him or did they just scan him for the tumors? Good.
Just scanned him.
Good, because you've heard the thing about biopsies too, right? Is like the cancer, it's making that ball that's keeping those bad cells in there. Then they biopsy you, poke it, and what the fuck happens when you poke a zit? Everything squirts out. So then you squirt cancer cells all over your fucking body. It's the stupidest thing. Somebody explained that to me like 3 months ago, and I was like, oh my god, this makes all the sense in the world. So never let them biopsy you. Fast for 72 hours, because the big thing I'm hearing now with the cancer thing is that it's actually like parasites and worms in those cells. So when you fast, it starves those things out, and then they start to die.
Yep.
And that's what happens. And then
he was fasting like a week or longer. Like he would.
Oh wow.
He would only. Yeah, he would eat like just enough so that he didn't die.
Yeah.
Basically, like just enough to get
Soursop tea and bone broth.
Soursop tea and bone broth.
Yes.
He would do a lot of.
Yes. Now, when he was eating, was he basically just eating a meat-based diet at that point then?
No protein.
No protein.
Because protein feeds it.
Really? So what was he eating outside of the soursop tea and the bone broth then?
I think like vegetable soup.
Vegetable soup. Sorry.
No, that's okay. We can hear it too. That's interesting. Super interesting.
Yeah.
Because I thought I'd heard that you were supposed to go to a meat-based diet because I guess what I've heard is that you're supposed to be basically very low carb / like no carbs, because the carbohydrates, especially the processed carbohydrates, obviously feed them more than the other stuff.
Sorry, I lagged out for a second.
That's okay. I said, I guess what I'd really heard, or now that I'm thinking about it here more and more, is that you're supposed to eliminate, obviously, the super processed carbohydrates, but carbohydrates, period, because those, and so that would lead me to the meat protein-based stuff, but I guess the vegetables would work too, as long as you weren't putting a shitload of, like corn or whatever in yourself.
Yep. Yeah. No, you literally, it's basically just starve yourself for as long as you can, and then, eat a little bit to try and hold yourself over.
Yeah.
And just kind of repeat the process until it's gone, basically.
Yeah. But that's fantastic, man, that he's shrunk those down that much already.
That's a super cool story.
Yeah. No, we were like super worried because they literally sent him home from the hospital. They were like, there's nothing we can do. And so we were like, holy shit. And then so my parents got with this like kind of holistic doctor and gave him a regimen for it and stuck to it. So did all of that. And then he was also going to hyperbaric chamber.
Oh, cool.
For an hour, like 6 days a week.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I did it once with him.
Was it cool?
That thing's kind of it's cool, but it's kind of like scary your first time because like the pressure builds up so fast and then like decreases so fast, and nobody warned me because like normally when it's your first time they go through and like explain everything to you, but because I just hopped in with him,
Yeah.
they were just like they didn't say a word. They literally just like, all right, put this on, you're good to go. And then he's like coaching me through it, like telling me, hold your mouth open basically so your ears can just pop, 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 pop. And yeah, it was fine getting into it. But then when it started coming down,
Yeah.
dude, they let it out way too fast for my first time. I thought I was going to blow an eardrum. It was like, it was actually painful. It went out so quick. Yeah.
Interesting.
That is interesting.
And then what is that supposed
So
to?
yeah, I didn't have a great first experience.
What is
It's
that?
interesting hearing about though, because not
Yeah.
a lot of people get to do that.
No. So what?
Or
And then
even
what
think
does
to do
that?
that.
What does that do? So that pressure then puts pressure on the cells, or what?
I have no idea, to be honest. I think,
I'm gonna go do my research on hyperbaric chambers.
yeah.
Oxygenates your blood.
I mean, it's like going to high altitude.
Oh, okay.
So it oxygenates your blood, and I don't know what else. I'm not going to speak on something I don't know and pretend like I know what I'm talking about.
No, it's good. Travis does that all the time.
Yeah, it's fine.
Other than I know it does that. I know it's like going to altitude, and I know going to altitude and training there is very good for you.
Yeah. Interesting. Super interesting.
I mean, I've literally done it for my cycling races. I've done a 2-week camp and then came and raced, and I do the best numbers I've ever done.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
This is why we don't have scripted interviews. How would we have talked about curing cancer
Because this is a
speculatively?
dirt bike show. I don't know.
That's fine. Everybody, dude, this isn't a limiting thing. Everybody gets cancer. Doesn't matter if you ride a
this is
fucking
life.
dirt bike or not. It's
Yeah,
real life.
right.
So if we can help one person by that,
We feel good about it.
then the fucking
Yep.
show was all worth it. So,
Yep.
all right.
Yep.
Well, we have now
We've wasted a lot of your
almost an
time,
hour
so.
of your time, but I enjoy our conversations every week, Eric, and look forward to them very much.
Me too. I appreciate you guys having me on, and yeah, we'll talk after my the home round next weekend.
Oh yeah, are you going?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Well, you could go hang out with
But-
Cole.
We'll see. I was totally not planning on going, but now I just learned I don't really have anything going on
See,
next weekend.
There you
so
go. I'll tell you what. I'll fly out. You can introduce me to Chase, and then I can tell him face to face that you said that Prado was going to wax his ass all summer.
With you standing next to
With
him.
you standing next to him, and we can record. Cole can record it,
Yeah.
and then we can put this on TikTok.
Content Kings with a Z.
Content Kings with a Z. I like where this is going. I'm going to look at flights as soon as we get off the phone.
Oh
You
man.
can get one $480 round trip.
Out of Kalamazoo?
Detroit to Boston.
Ah, it's lame. I got to go out Kalamazoo.
Whatever. Dude.
All right, Eric. Appreciate you, man. We will
All right, thank
talk
you
to you this
guys.
week, buddy.
Later, Eric.
All right, sounds good.
All right, love you. Bye. All right, Eric Grondal, everybody. Brought to you by Alias MX.
We should move these to the middle.
I love.
We're going to move these to
All
the
right.
middle because people are going to tune in wanting 450 preview right off the bat. Because we ain't got time to clip them, right? So let's put
Maybe.
interviews in the middle.
Well, the problem is that so then we're gonna have to do our start time differently
Gotcha.
because he wants to come on at 6:30.
Boy, your guys' timing is impeccable.
Kevin motherfucking Moran's, buddy.
Main event Moran.
Main event
Direct
Moran's.
transfer Moran.
Direct
Yeah,
transfer.
dog.
7th place, running 12th in the main.
Moran.
Yeah,
Moran.
solid little bit too, dude.
Dude, good vibes in Seattle for you always.
What, perfect timing.
Yeah.
Were you thinking of us?
Yeah, were you thinking of us?
No, I literally just walked, literally like 30 seconds before you called, walked in the door to where I'm staying, just got home.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, we were behind.
6-hour flight.
Ugh,
Ooh.
sounds terrible. At least you got there.
Yeah. Yeah, no joke.
Well, we had a tornado warning up here, so we got a late start. So here we are.
Yeah, dodging trees trying to get here.
Yeah, and then we just cured cancer. So like we're doing a lot of fun shit on this show.
Cured cancer, hey? What'd you do there?
Well, so funny story. We were on the phone with Eric Grandal here, BSing like we always do every week, right before we call you. And he was telling I made a joke. Did I make a joke about curing cancer or something?
I don't think you can make a joke.
And
about
he was
curing
like,
cancer, bro.
and he was like, yeah, my grandpa just did that. Like he's doing it. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Basically, his grandpa went in and he had 2 tennis ball sized tumors in his lungs, and they basically sent him home from the hospital and were like, yeah, dude, like you got no chance, good luck. And so they took him to this holistic doctor thing, wrote him up a regimen, and he basically fasted and then was doing like some sort of tea and bone broth and then some
hyperbaric chamber.
Yeah, hyperbaric chamber, and then some like vegetable soup. And he just went back in, and what did he say? 4 months ago, he got diagnosed with it, and he just went back in like last week or something, and the tumors are half the size already. So yeah, just literally doing what we kind of all knew, which was if you fast.
I've heard a lot of really good stuff, like even with like Joe Rogan and some of the other people and whatnot that talk about obviously the whole manipulation of they're never going to cure cancer because such a money thing or whatever.
Yep.
But a lot of them talking about how fasting is a huge part of just trying to get over and having your body fight off illness and sicknesses for you kind of deal instead of waiting for medicine.
Brother, you're a Bible person. Read the Bible. Talks about fasting a lot. But yes, but part of the science behind it, from my understanding now, is that these cancer cells are full of like parasites and worms and stuff, and that's what's essentially causing the cancer. So when you fast, the longer you can fast, basically go on a water fast, it starves them out because they don't have anything to eat anymore, and then they just shit out and die. So, which then shrinks the tumor, makes everything better, essentially. So. So there we are. That we're allegedly,
doctors now,
speculatively curing cancer with fasting and prayer.
I like it.
So anyway,
what's the longest fast you've ever done?
I've done 24, 25 hours is all.
No better than me.
I'm nervous about the. I don't do well sleeping if I'm hungry. Like so.
I suck at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'll wake up, my stomach will be in a knot.
Yeah, so like the way I've done it before has been I've done it on the weekends is I will eat at like 8 o'clock on say like a Friday, and then I'll go all day Saturday and then eat again at like 8 o'clock on a Saturday night or something. So
yeah, that's probably smart.
I want to do like a 48-hour one, but I'm gonna have to really load up, because the other thing too is you have to, like, if you're gonna do it, you gotta like preload yourself, right? So like your last meal can't be like, oh, I had, you know, half a pizza,
Hershey's.
yeah, and some fucking Hershey bars or something. You got to have like a very sustainable protein-based meal that will keep you going, and then you got to get through that hunger stage if you get it, which obviously you do because you said your stomach goes in knots. So you got to get through that hunger stage, and then once you get through the hunger stage, then it's okay. But if you let your mind start wandering at any point, or you're bored or something, then it all of a sudden will start to kick in really quickly of like, oh, by the way, I'm hungry, so please feed me. So
yeah,
but it is really good for you. So
funny thing that you were just talking about, I just wanted to talk about what you were saying there and curing cancer thing that caught my eye earlier. But I'm actually watching, because you said you had tornadoes, I'm watching The Twister on Netflix right now. The little documentary of Joplin's situation.
Yeah,
I just watched that.
Yeah, I saw that was up there today. I went on to watch, I was watching a little bit this afternoon, the Charles Manson murder one, Chaos or whatever on there. So that's worth a watch too. I've read the book. I don't know how much you know about the Manson murders there from back in the 70s, but it's a lot.
Interesting. No, I've never heard of that. I actually kind of been on a little bit of a kick when I'm traveling and whatnot, watching just watched some other crime documentaries. So like the Gabby Petito or whatever, the van chick.
I watched
and then also like the Murdoch murders back in the day, I guess, or whatever.
Yep.
That was kind of gnarly too.
Watch the have you watched the one about the Jean-Benet Ramsey chick? little girl?
I don't think so.
Oh, go watch that one. Go watch that one, and then go look at the pictures of John Benet Ramsey and Katy Perry, and tell me what you think.
You have to text me that because I ain't gonna remember all that.
Yeah,
but interesting.
Yeah. So, all right. So you're a basic white girl with your murder mysteries. Got it.
Yeah,
We're in
pretty
it.
much.
We're in it.
As of late.
So back to the riding situation though.
Yeah.
So last
take
night,
us through the whole weekend.
Yeah,
whole weekend. Mojo going
in. Mojo going in was solid. Obviously, no press, so I didn't get any. I kind of like obviously having that opportunity to be able to kind of get the bugs out, or at least just like get another day of riding / get a warm up in, so then the next day you feel a little bit better. So, biggest thing for me was kind of being a little bit more intentional and setting goals before the day started. So, like, I wanted to go top 20 in qualifying was my goal. Directly through the heat was my goal, and then obviously the season best was the goal, which that didn't happen. But on the bright side of things, besides the end result not being exactly what we wanted, I think a lot of positives out of it because obviously the track was insane. It was a lot better than what I was expecting with the whole scenario. So, like, Dirtworks did a great job. But, in the main events, it was super gnarly. So, the biggest thing for me taking away was finding a little bit more speed, so a little bit better in qualifying. And then in the main event, being in that 12th to 14th range for over a third of the race was solid. So stoked at that. And then at that point when, I dropped out of 14th or something like that on like the 8th or 9th lap, nose picked in the rhythm section and almost ended myself. And then just made a couple other big mistakes and just flared up and I ran out of energy. Straight up just petered out. So it was good at least to have that pace at the beginning, and now we just gotta consistently get that pace back and just get it longer and longer kind of deal.
Being in that next tier of guys like 12, 14, can you feel like an intensity difference, speed difference, and learning a little bit being in that, I guess, an upper tier, I guess, from where you've been?
A little bit. I think it's more, you're not necessarily playing the count mouse game so much as like when all of like the normal guys I'm around are in the back, you can just you can flow a little bit better. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, like, it was nice for me because I didn't necessarily have a ton of pressure behind me. I was able to actually just kind of ride. Like, I was riding my lines and I was hitting my marks kind of deal. And then as it started to get more rutted and I started making a couple mistakes and those guys started coming up and passing me, like it was a little bit of a snowball effect. But it really just came down to like being really tough to hang on and like screwing up your rhythms, getting cross-rutted, landing. So obviously you see all the rhythm sections. By the end of the freaking main event, a lot of dudes were just doubling through the rhythm. So like I got lapped by AP and he rolled a couple jumps in a certain rhythm. I was like, dude, like, yeah, good to know you're on the same page as me right now, my man.
Yeah.
It's just tough. It was difficult and it was technical. So other than that, like I'm stoked on my situation because we're finding small little positives every weekend.
Yeah.
What did you think of the track? Because I heard they rolled that whole track with a roller before they covered it.
Yes, they did.
Was it different? So on TV, and correct me if I'm wrong here, but like that first section when you came out of the first corner there, and there was like, was that what it was? And there was like that big 3-3, and then you singled into the corner or whatever. That to me looked really like big, but like big and fun because it was very rolled. At least in practice, that was how it looked. Maybe the night show, by the time they rebuilt it, it wasn't, but at least to start the day, that's what it looked like to me. Of like, man, those look like fun jumps because they look huge and they look really round and just like easy to hit.
Yes, I would have to say. So the biggest thing that I don't know if you'd seen this or noticed this, but some of the jumps were different spacing than usual.
Yes.
So they are like, for us, it's like giving you a for instance type situation. So if you go, the long rhythm section that had the two tabletops in it, so like two corners before the finish line?
Yep.
So if you were to go over that tabletop and then going 3 right after that, like I think only a couple people were doing, that 3 was like the distance of a freaking Supercross triple because they put an extra like 2-3 feet in between every transition, expecting it to be an absolute mutter where we're just doubling everything.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so that things were a little bit different space, so it made it a little bit easier, especially with how soft and rutted it ended up getting. Like I think if they had it normal spacing, it would have been even sketchier.
Yeah, so it's almost a good thing they did space them out.
Yeah.
Or it doesn't almost a good thing. It sounds like 100% it was a better thing.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they should build a track like that every year, regardless of what
Seattle. Probably.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know. Like I said, I just saw that, and yes, I definitely that was part of it too. Was I thought the spacing looked a little different, but like I said, I thought it almost gave me like ski jump vibes on those of like, and the reason I thought that, I guess specifically, was because the 250C group came out there and they're like sending that, which I'm like, C group doesn't always send like a 3.3, like
yeah,
they're not.
I think another thing though too, besides that, is it being steamrolled in a sense.
Yeah.
Whenever they got like when it was fresh and those dudes got out there, like I even noticed that in C practice. Usually it's soft enough that you kind of get ruts and there's certain lines that you can see in the rhythms. It looked pretty good for the dudes in C class. Like even by the time the C practice got done, like there wasn't an insane amount of ruts in the faces of jumps.
Yeah.
So I think them steamrolling that also helped not sinking in as much to start. I mean, it didn't help obviously in the main events. By the time we got to the main events and all those dudes are doing 20 laps and everybody's gnarly in that class, like it gets destroyed.
Yeah.
But I think the steamrolling helped.
Interesting. Super interesting.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so
I got something.
Go
To wrap it up with him.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hit me.
Where's your head at with the Pulp MX LCQ deal going on? Are you looking more?
I don't even know. I don't even know where I'm at in points of that.
Well, I
have no worries about it. To be honest,
you're
because
main Moran's, bro. You're not. I don't think you're going to be in it. Is the thing, and I just wanted to bum you out a little bit. That's a lot of money on the line.
I mean, yeah, a little bit, but at the same time, it is what it is. Like, if I can make every main event from here on out, I'm not in it. I think I'll be happier with that. But, shit happens. And if shit happens, then I got to be ready to get as many points as I can if I end up in any LCQs. So it is what it is kind of deal.
Yeah, I know like I said, a lot of money on the line for you guys. But I think for your mindset, not to speak for you, but more prestigious to have your name involved in SMX and being in that game and getting your money that way.
Where are we at for playoffs here? What are we thinking?
Moved. I don't know. We just moved into 22nd in the championship, so that was good on the weekend. But it's a lot of dudes are going to score a lot of points in outdoors. That's all I'm going to say.
Are we?
Yeah, that system's fucked.
Yeah, that is where
Harry Kula shouldn't come over here and get in from just riding outdoors.
And TLR tinfoil hat here, or however we want to fucking word this, right? And I don't know if I've thrown this to you before, Kev, but I'll throw it to you now. I think because we like
pure speculation,
synergy here, entertainment purposes only, pure speculation. I think because we like synergy in this sport here, that Supercross should be a 2-moto format across the board, so that way Supercross is 2 motos, outdoors is 2 motos, SMX is 2 motos.
Interesting.
I came up with this last year because I'm like, we like synergy so much, but it's like Supercross is so different than the playoffs and the outdoors.
So you're getting rid of heat
I
races?
think.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
I think that I think you just do points payouts differently. I think you do points payouts for the outdoor championship. You can do it per moto. Don't bother me. I think it'd be cool to do like an overall. I don't know. I haven't even thought about this. I'm just tossing out ideas. Maybe do like an overall for the weekend on outdoors and pay out, I don't know, maybe like 4 more points per position or something like that to make up from it being only 11 rounds to 17 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I don't know. I guess at the same time, outdoors, you're only getting 22 motos instead of 17, so it's not that big of a difference. But there's just a lot of dudes that can rack up points quick when it goes to outdoors. Like Harlan's going to be, a dog out there. You got Welton that did really good last year. Hand is usually pretty good. Like if Colin Park goes 450, like those kinds of dudes are going to score my 20 points I have in Supercross right now in 3 weekends of outdoors.
Where are we at for outdoors for you? Like, are we just doing select rounds still at this point, or?
At this point, yeah, that's kind of my game plan. Unless, like I said before, somebody wants to pony up and help with a majority of what outdoors costs, because I don't have any, sponsors moving forward into outdoors to an extent. I kind of just sell and game plan Supercross only with, hey, we can discuss what outdoors looks like.
Yeah.
I just don't necessarily want to take the rig outdoors unless somebody wants to really fund that situation. So it would turn into me, giving my 10 by 20 tent and doing my backdrop and doing my own little thing, but just paying somebody to transport my stuff.
Yeah.
And then me showing up and setting up in a different area by myself and doing my own thing like I have in the past. But as of right now, it's looking like the normal 3 that I do, which is Redbud, Millville, Ironman.
Yep.
Depending on where I'm at in points at the end of these next, I don't even know how many rounds we got. 7 left or something like that?
6.
Or 6?
Yeah.
We only have 6 rounds left?
Yeah.
Damn, dude, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, at the end of those 6 rounds, where I'm at in points, we'll debate on how many rounds of outdoors I need to try to do.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah. Well, be interesting. Have you looked at what the cutoff was for points last year for getting into SMX?
No, I don't think I have.
Of course, you're not a guy that's against doing the LCQ races either anyway, so.
No, I mean, I think if I'm going to be really honest with you, I think me being a direct transfer is probably pretty far off the table, because I know Robin I can't remember if Robin does outdoors or not, but he's good at outdoors. Yep. Harrison's probably going to do all of outdoors. The other guys, like Chiz, is probably going to end up doing a large majority of outdoors. Trying to think of all the guys that are kind of close on that sense, like McElrath and Savachi and those kinds of guys that may not do outdoors are already going to have more points than what I could probably get in Supercross and outdoors.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other, heavy hitters, with at least outdoor privateer wise, like the Grant Harlan, the Marshall Welton, those kinds of guys. I don't necessarily see me coming in doing all of outdoors and securing a direct transfer spot. So unless I start getting fucking P15s and 14s and 13s and 12s and stuff like that in Supercross in these next 6 rounds, I think it's going to be a struggle for me to get a direct transfer.
Yeah. Yeah. So, which that's okay. LCQs are fine.
Yeah, I'm fine with LCQs.
Exactly. We're racer. We're racer.
Yeah.
So,
Racers out here.
All right, buddy.
Gonna race.
What?
Racers gonna race.
Racers gonna race.
You never
Damn
had
straight, son.
So, all right, buddy. Well, thanks for picking up. Appreciate it. Great job this weekend.
Thank you. I appreciate it as well.
We will call you next weekend. Make sure to take your winter coat. Heard it's going to be a high, balmy 46 degrees there next week.
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah.
That's going to be brutal.
It's exciting. Don't worry. It's supposed to be rainy this week and, warm in Foxborough at 46.
Got to tape up the nips.
Nice.
Yeah, make sure to tape them nips. Don't want those chafed.
Well, this will be interesting. Well, that's good. Good to hear from you, boys.
Yeah. Thanks, buddy. We'll call you next week.
All right. Sounds good.
All right. Love you. Bye. All right. Kevin Moran's, everybody. Brought to you by our friends at TLR Coatings, who provide us this wonderful studio to be in. All right. We are going to take a break. We're going to set up
we went a long time there.
We're going to set up the YouTube live. We're going
to go on TikTok tonight.
For entertainment purposes only, we cured cancer.
Yep. And we're going to go on TikTok.
We're going to go on TikTok. We're going to go on YouTube.
What else should we go on?
I'm not doing Instagram lives. I've heard those suck.
Grindr?
No. Oh. No. So we will take a quick break. We'll be right back. Yo, we are back. Welcome in. Members live right here. We're testing TikTok right here. So hopefully there's somebody watching on TikTok.
Yep.
I have no idea.
Got 5 people on TikTok over here.
Members, thank you for joining us. Again, sorry. We had a tornado warning. We got started late. We went long with Eric. We talked about curing cancer. So go back, watch that if you guys haven't already, because that was an interesting conversation.
Yep.
We called up the man, Kevin Moran's, main event Moran's, out here just doing things. Yes, click that, do that,
Travis
whatever.
Ridenauer just followed the page. Thanks, Travis.
Jesus. It sounds so stupid. All right. Let's jump in here. I have notes for things.
You're prepared this time, huh?
Not really. Not any more than normal. Yeah, young counter. All right, let's jump in. 450 race recap brought to you by our friends at Worx. Always well hung, just like Justin Barsha.
And Cameron
McAdoo. Here we go. All right, let's start off here. So, Cooper Webb, Daddy Webb gets it done again.
Yep.
Now has extended the lead back out to 11.
Cooper Webb's a bad boy.
He's a bad dude. I like that he took it personally that everybody says he's way too slow to beat Chase.
Well, I think he comes into Seattle like he's probably got it down to a science. Real analytical, looking at these last 6 rounds. Like,
sure,
Seattle, I'm gonna come out swinging. I'm gonna make a statement. First practice, all day he made a statement.
Yep.
And he's, maybe they go. I mean, Foxborough I think is gonna be a good track for him too. But they go to Salt Lake, somewhere that's a little drier. He can't run with him.
Nope.
At all.
Nope.
But last night, dude, he beat him straight up.
100%.
Straight up.
100%.
So,
and that was just a absolute hell of a race he had there. Let's see here. I got any notes here. I mean, gets that whole shot in the main, and then gets past, and then gets it back. But man, that battle he had with Roxon, dude.
Yeah. Well, and I saw him behind Roxon, just kind of sitting behind him, and I was like, I saw this in Detroit. We've seen it for years, right?
Yep.
And I was like, he's going to wear him down. He's got eyes in the back of his head. He knows where Chase is at. He knows what Justin Cooper's doing.
Were you concerned, though, after the heat? Because, and we'll get into Justin Cooper and the heat there, but Webb didn't look like he had it. Dude, Justin was all over him.
Yeah.
In that heat. Went around the outside. The most respectable way to go around the number one guy
honestly,
on the team.
It's disrespectful to pass around the outside.
I mean, what do you want him to do? Stuff him?
No, but I think like it's more of a swag thing. You pass somebody around the outside.
I thought it was respectable because he was fast enough. He could have gone in there, stuffed him, been gone.
Yeah.
Maybe put him down. Then maybe you hurt him. Then maybe he doesn't make the main. Then maybe you fuck up his title.
I mean, you go around the outside in moto. That's like.
But he was just, dude. I think he literally, and this is something that I both like and think is a detriment to Justin Cooper, is that I think he has so much respect for Webb and the title and that kind of stuff for his teammates, period. Not just Webb, anybody he's riding with, that he was sitting there basically like, go. Like, I'll stay in second. Let's just go. And Webb couldn't keep the pace.
Yeah. No, Cooper Webb, this is why he's a dangerous threat all the way down. Because of nights like this.
Yep.
Turning down, there were 2 things that I saw that really set him apart from Chase was that long, sketchy rhythm before the sweeper where Cooper passed him around the outside. The longest technical rhythm on the track.
Yep.
Cutting down real early in that corner.
Dude.
And running the right side, kind of getting into the middle.
Almost like stopping in the bottom and just pivoting, right? Like you saw him put his foot out the first time he did it, and you were like, "Oh wow, okay, we're just way low."
Yeah, that and coming back across the mechanics area, Chase was kind of going out and then across the chatter and then into the rut. Webb was able to go right down the inside and then kind of lean the bike into the rut and go. Miss all those bumps, shorter track.
Yep.
And I don't know if that's bike setup or whatever. Chase obviously has the talent where he could probably adapt to that line, but you're leaning in and just taking a lot of impact into the rut instead of rolling it, but it's still not losing speed.
Yep.
So.
Yep. Sexton second. Again, like we talked about with Eric, I don't think he can be disappointed with that ride.
100%.
Had the lead at point, like just straight up got beat, but still rode well. And man, that 3 onto that table was big.
Man, doing it if he would have been able to do it in the last lap of the main event, that would have been ballsy. But even if he had done that line, I still don't think he's getting around Webb. You're not getting around Cooper Webb with 2 corners left.
No, and I'll tell you what, dude, the Racecraft, I actually was super, and I said this in the reaction show, the Racecraft from him and Webb going into that last corner was just spot on by both.
Yeah.
Because Sexton's like, the only chance I have is to ring this thing wide and dig down inside and hopefully just obliterate him. And Webb's like, you're not, unless you're hitting that fucking UFO, you're not getting inside.
Yeah, he left literally Not even an inch.
No room.
And that's ballsy, too, because you know how I am with tough blocks. He could have caught a peg on that saucer and all that.
Yeah.
And
then him and Chase would have both been sitting there looking at it going, well, this is stupid.
Yeah.
Because Chase was right there. Because Chase
and
played
then AP
that
goes by
perfect.
for the win. What a barn burner.
It would have been awesome. Speaking of AP, gets third.
Kind of back in it. Kind of back into his mojo, I guess. I wouldn't say in it as far as.
I love that his dad yelled at him at Daytona or before Daytona.
So what was the deal on that? I didn't catch that all the way.
He said he was struggling, and his dad went and had talking with him before Daytona and was like, "Get your shit together."
Yeah.
And since Daytona, here we are. So,
I mean, 3 podiums.
Yeah.
That's a pretty nice payday.
Yeah.
What's that, 30, 40 grand a pop?
Got to be, 30 for third place podium. So,
yeah, I mean, 30, 40 grand a pop, making some good money.
So you made 100 G's.
Selling some hats.
Selling hats, baby.
I kind of want one.
Here's the question, though. Where does he land next year?
Does he stay with KTM?
I don't know. I mean, I guess if Chase leaves.
Chase is gone.
Chase leaves for Kawasaki, then I guess he stays there. Another 1-year deal.
I mean, we'll get into silly season stuff at halftime here, but
yeah.
I don't know, man. Let's discuss it then. Let's speculate. Let's what are we saying?
For entertainment purposes.
For entertainment purposes only.
Because we're on TikTok now.
Because we're on TikTok.
So.
Yeah, we'll see. Whoever has him is gonna have a marketing machine, though.
100%. 100%. And the hair's starting to grow in a little better.
Look, I said this, and I feel really rude, but Aaron is an ugly, dirty-looking dude. I mean, I wouldn't say he's ugly. Maybe if he got a haircut.
Yeah, it's just
but without the cowboy,
it's just the hair.
He's just dirty looking, dude.
But I noticed last night that the mullet and even the top of the head of hair had started to grow in a little bit more, and it was looking better.
Got that Rogaine going on?
Maybe. I don't know. I have to ask him his secrets. I need some help.
Yeah, going down that path.
Well, look, we're not bald-headed yet, but we're getting close.
Just go. You talk to Shane McElrath. Have a conversation with
I'm
him.
going full Shane Sins when it goes.
Okay.
We're not doing.
Then you got to get this dialed in.
I mean, the problem with this, man, and I tell Ashley this all the time, is like having to wear the mask to spray all the time. Like today when I was wearing it, when I was spraying before you got here, man, dude, it sucks.
Yeah.
All right. Rocks in fourth. Man, that was a gutsy hell of a ride with a shoulder that's just in a million pieces.
Yeah, that shoulder, I guess the more they talked about it, the more I realized how bad it actually is. Yeah, and for him to ride that well until basically either the pain got there or the shot wore off or whatever he had going on.
Something.
Which sucks, man. Like, this is just kind of Ben Kenny's MO. Like, he'll have flashes of brilliance. He'll have a random injury, ride through it. Just can't get it done in Supercross.
The thing is, right, so they were talking about this last night with him looking at taking a race off here, right? Because we got 6 left. And so if you look at the points, he is like he's third, but he's a distant third. Like he's not catching Coop and Sexton. And then Malcolm is 25 points behind. So realistically, he could take a week off and still be okay. Because absolute worst case would be Malcolm wins.
Yeah. So what?
Which that percentage, in my opinion, is low.
Yeah, that'd be a good bet to take. It just depends on. I mean, how much money's on the line? You think top 3 bonus?
I don't know. Do you think he's got a top 3 bonus?
I would think so.
I mean, Ando doesn't have one. Ando's top 2 only.
For in point? I'm talking in point.
Yeah.
Huh.
At least.
That's what somebody said.
Speculation is he's the top 2. He's top 2 bonus only.
That's for podiums all around?
No. He's podium bonuses, but for
yeah.
points, it's top 2 only.
Okay.
Now, maybe Roxon has top 3. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's probably a top 3. There's probably a top 5 tier. There's probably... I mean, there's money on the line.
I mean, my thing is, like I said, when you look at the points, and I looked at those pretty hard after the race last night, 25 ahead of Stewart and however many down, maybe he's like 15 or something down from them.
I mean, it sounds
from
bad
second.
enough to this thing. This thing needs surgery, though.
Huh?
It sounds like this thing needs surgery.
Oh, yeah. 100% it's going to... Well, he said, in an interview I heard, he said that like, well, it really, it needs rest, blah blah blah, whatever. And I was like, okay, yeah, but it still probably is going to need surgery.
Yeah.
So
Good thing he's Supercross only.
yeah, but he's still got to do Worlds at the end of the year. That's a problem. Because he ain't got time to get it fixed between now and Worlds.
When's World? What is a shoulder?
6 months.
Oh shit! So like,
That's
Hunter's
why
a 6 month boy. Prado. That's why those guys are gonna be close.
That's why like Prado's pushing it to get back here.
I mean, Hunter too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did Hunter had surgery? Right,
Hunter
too?
was after. Yeah.
And he had surgery. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In that very next round, I think. I don't know.
I don't
Either way,
remember.
they got shoulders. You know what helps with shoulder pain?
Hmm.
She's like,
Nano Extreme.
Nano Extreme. Had to throw a Step Brothers quote in.
All right, Dylan, 5th place. Said track was
Hey.
super fucking sketchy. He's
That
got that
factory
factory
Bruce Jenner.
tranny.
That factory Bruce Jenner.
He's ripping. He's got some other factory parts too. So yeah, man, he's.
You think that's the difference?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe.
It seemed like first ride on some factory parts, and look, he's in the 5th and was kind of in the mix.
He said they made an adjustment. I can't remember what he said exactly in the interview I listened to. He said he made an adjustment. The bike's way better now.
I would love to see him with some factory parts outdoors.
Mm-hmm.
Bad boy.
We'll see. I'm sure it's coming. Justin Cooper hits the deck and still gets 6th.
I
Which
needed him in the top 5 for my fantasy picks, boy.
disappointing end to the night, but still hell of a race. Fastest qualifier, wins the heat, runs up front at the beginning of the race, and then just that gets a little off, and here we are. So how's the TikTok going over there?
That's what I'm looking. I'm getting ready to add. I'm gonna join on my account even. We got some
Ooh.
people in the chat. Our number 1 fan now is Emily.
Your Emily?
Yep, she's on supporting.
Thanks, Emily.
Thanks for the support, Emily.
Appreciate it.
Oh, Danny 000 is just in the mix now.
Yeah. Is he
Whoa!
What's happening?
I just swiped up. Hang on.
Are we
We're
not
giving it some likes. Hey, we get to 2,000 likes. We'll make Travis chug a beer.
No, we won't.
Oh.
Because we don't have any beers. So that's simple to not.
Hey, get us to 6,000 likes, and I'll drive down to the store and get a beer for
Oh,
me.
Lord have mercy.
Natty Light, tall boy.
All right. Malcolm Stewart, 7th place.
Man, he got really screwed on the start there.
Yep. Actually, I listened to an interview. Did you hear what happened?
Yeah, AP stalled it.
Yep.
And was just kind of
Trying to bump start it,
Yeah.
and then finally got it going, and then just boop Smooky and
ruined the Mooks race.
Just ruined the Mooks. Oh well,
Poor Mook.
poor Mook.
He'll I mean, I think Mookie's been having a hell of a season. What do you think?
It's good.
I think he's.
It's good.
Had a little setback there at A1, or was that A1 where he weeded his shit?
Yes.
So, yeah, been good. Been good for the Mook.
Yep. So, Justin Barsha, 8th. Okay.
He was running really good. 3rd, 4th, weeded it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, wadded it up from what I had saw. So.
And then ripped a 360 with the bike and fell over again, or
Never short of entertainment. from
never
Mr.
short of
Barsha,
entertainment from Barsha.
or Degan for that matter, but we'll get there.
Benny, 9th place. Top beta guy this week.
Big Money Benny just getting it.
Big Money Benny. Jesus. This is why we are the
We call it
stupidest motocross show out there.
Benny
on YouTube.
Benjamins.
Benny Benjamins. There we go.
Yeah.
Emily, make a shirt.
Benjamin's Benny.
Justin Hill, home race, 10th place.
He did not cuff and stuff.
He got cuffed and stuffed at the start, too. He was in
he?
that mix with Mookie getting pushed off the track there, so, yep.
So how about this with Mr. Officer Hill?
Oh, boy.
This is a great opening ceremonies idea.
Yeah.
Props to Corey Cook, actually Snapchatted me. I don't know if he's a watcher viewer.
Okay.
Officer Hill needs to come out chasing Degan in opening ceremonies.
Yes. Yes.
Yep, put the sheriff hat on, Mr. Officer Hill, and
Feld, please make... Sean, I know
Yep.
you're listening.
Yep.
Please make this happen.
Sean put Degan on the podium doing a burnout or something, and then have somebody like yell at him.
Doing donuts right in the middle of the start straight,
Do
dude.
donuts in the start straight.
And then Justin Hill just comes out, blue and red lights on the bike, chasing him down.
Yep.
Oh, this would be epic.
That talk about WWE.
It writes itself.
There
It
it is.
writes itself.
There it is.
I'm emailing Sean after this.
Officer Hill.
I'm emailing Sean after this and being like, if you guys don't do this in opening ceremonies, you missed the ball.
Well, another little bit here.
with the Bad Boy song.
You see how they just completely ignored it on the broadcast, didn't mention anything about it. Just said off-track issue.
Oh, I thought they talked about it a lot.
I don't think they ever really said, yeah, he was doing donuts in his car and got arrested.
Okay. Well, I
don't
guess
think there was any of that.
I guess I didn't pay that close of attention on the broadcast.
We'll get there.
then.
We're getting hijacked by
Yeah.
Degan, but I really wanted to throw my Officer Hill idea out there.
Hijacked by Degan. That's a felony.
Yeah.
Mitchell Oldenburg, 11th. Okay.
Hey, he's ripping in the heat.
Yeah,
Got
he was.
That beta some TV time.
He said it was amazing how good you can see when there's only one guy in front of you, and you can just kind of run your lines and pace yourself off him.
Yeah, that's pretty good feeling.
He also said he was picking his gate, and he was kind of walking back and forth looking, and Swanee looked at him and was like, "What the fuck are you doing? There's a gate right inside the box open. Take it, dumbass." And he was like, "Yeah, you're right," and took it. Then got a good start.
Boys from the Star Days or something.
Probably, yeah. Colt Nichols, 12th. Okay.
Colt Nichols.
Chiz.
What a
No,
night.
talk about that 450 LCQ.
Dude, I just thought it was funny because they were kind of shitting on JT a little bit. And JT's like, yeah, you just got to bide your time. And that's exactly what Chiz did.
And then it's just carnage in front of it.
Oh, my God.
Who was it? Was it...
A-Rod, and then A-Rod's bike took Harlan out.
Yes, A-Rod and Harlan. Just boom.
Explosion.
Boom. Fucking dynamite just goes off in the middle of the track, takes the top two out, and then here's Chiz just chizzing away.
Yep.
Just chizzing away. Shane Sins, 14th.
That's kind of where he's at.
Yep.
I bet he was hoping for a mutter.
Yep. Christian Craig, 15th.
Yeah.
How long before this kind of goes? Before you got to go? Maybe
this ain't
working no more?
Yeah, maybe just... I don't know.
He can't be happy out there getting 15.
He's got to expect better out of himself. Yeah, I would assume.
I don't know. I'd really like to know what his expectations are. I heard an interview, but I don't remember, from last week.
Yeah, is there any this week that have been out yet?
Not that I've heard, not that I've listened to, because I listened to Swap, How's Your Weekend? I haven't listened to the Pulp yet interviews, and I just listened from Vital. I just listened to Juju. So
yeah.
Freddie Noren, 16th.
Yep. Freddie.
Jerry Robbins, 17th.
No eggs were laid.
Mitchell Harrison, 18th.
These guys are all just every week main event guys.
Yep. Moran's 19th.
Yep.
Tristan Lane, 20th.
Mm-hmm.
Starling, 21st. And Schlosser, 22nd.
Schlosser with a silver platter into the main
Silver
event.
platter into the main event.
Who else got in off the
I think Tristan Lane did too.
Yeah, Tristan Lane.
Yeah, because Starling and Moran's went straight in. So
Well, Tristan Lane was probably trying to sandbag because he's right on the edge of getting into that pulp race for points, and he's probably like, "Fuck, these guys crashed."
Yep. So, all right. Well, that was a short and sweet 450 race recap there.
I mean, I just want to talk about how good that main event was shaping up to be.
Dude,
it was a damn good main event.
It was great. It was great. I was pumped. If you go back and watch my reaction show, I was psyched to the tits last night. I mean, dude, I was high energy just from everything. I mean, it started in the 250s and it just went from there.
Yeah, the smack.
Yeah, well, the whole 250 main,
250 main was pretty good too.
Dude, we're gonna get to it, but there was a lot to unpack in there. So all of that, and and like I said, that was your 450 race recap.
Great racing.
Brought to you by our friends at Gutterworks, always well hung, just like Justin Barsha.
Mm-hmm.
Jumping in the chat here for the Show 300 live stream.
Yeah, Show 300, by the way, everybody.
Thank you to our members who are watching. David says, just got here. What did I miss? Well, you missed. We talked about curing cancer with Eric at the beginning, and then we talked about it again with Kevin, and then we talked about Kevin's night.
Main event
Moran's, and we got started late because of a tornado warning.
And Kevin Moran's is now watching a Joplin, Missouri
Twister documentary on Netflix. Yep.
Just influencing tornadoes out here.
Ralph is on here. What's up, Ralph? Good to see you, buddy. Thanks for joining us.
Yep.
So,
what else we got in there? Hey, we're at TikTok Live. Packing Meat Outdoors just joined.
Yeah, I don't know who we got. I don't know who else we got. Ralph and David are the only two commenting right now.
Mm-hmm.
But thank you guys for joining us. It says we got a couple more. So, all right, let's jump into our Complete Racing Solutions halftime report. Hold on, I have a read for this.
Yeah.
And in April here at Complete Racing Solutions, we are going to emphasize the membership area that we now have. New program elements for 2025, youth-specific programs. Please rotate with attached some. Oh, sorry, that was me. Express workouts, Coach Rob Knowledge Bot, only online performance program that includes MX and off-road specific protocols, strength and flexibility specific to MX and off-road, nutrition and hydration resources, and mental development programs starting at just $30 up per month. For program details, please visit CompleteRacingSolutions.com. Coach Rob, all of them, they will get you some your energy fuel here for your nutrition and your hydration, which they can specifically blend to you. So yeah, make sure to check all of that information out there. And halftime report here.
What you got for the notes? I don't think I put anything really in.
You did not this week, and I had more rants than what I have on here, but the one I have on here. Okay, so I'm going to rant, Holster Co. Reload rant here.
Let's go.
I watched a YouTube video this week.
A YouTube video.
I mean, I watch a lot of them, but this one in specific. Just putting some laundry away, found something interesting to kind of listen to / keep an eye on while I'm doing laundry.
Which one'd you hit?
Formula One
Oh.
TV broadcast / camera setups.
Okay.
Have you ever seen a Formula One onboard camera?
No, haven't. So this is...
It is a fucking spectacle of camera technology. And here's the kicker that I'm ranting about. Because what is one of our... we have several problems.
Don't get me started
with
on
onboard onboard cameras.
Don't get me started with GoPro.
Not even that, right? We put them on the bike. What is the one thing we run into all the time? What happens with these cameras?
They vibrate like a motherfucker.
Well, not only do they vibrate,
and they fall off.
We get roost on them, right?
Yeah.
The Formula One cameras...
They get rubber on them.
Have fucking roll-offs.
Okay.
They have a roll-off system.
Press a button.
Built in where whoever's controlling it can press a fucking button, rolls it right off,
I
clean
don't know
lens.
how you implement that onto Moto, though.
Bro.
I don't know how you
I
do
should
that.
send you this video.
Yeah,
So,
but where do you put one?
Okay.
Helmet's the only place that looks good as far as an angle goes. Front
Look,
fender
man,
sucks. Number plate sucks.
We need onboards at this point. The built-in stabilization on first off, the Formula One cameras are not a fucking. It's not a GoPro. Like they have developed this camera.
Yeah, but how big is it?
So the little winglet thing that sits on top of like the intake shroud thing on the top. So it's probably about the size of this iPad, which I know is too big for us.
Too big.
But we don't need necessarily all of the shit that they use that they have on this camera. Because this camera has... The video is insane. Like, I can't even tell you the technology. Speculating over here, it was fucking amazing.
That's pretty cool.
But the fact that they have all of that built into a camera on a car was incredible and made me just go, and we can't fucking do this in a stadium? I mean, think about it. Think about how big a road course is. It's bigger than a fucking than a motocross track.
100%, yeah.
So now you got to think about how much power has to be built into that to throw it out here. And like the thing is, back in the day, obviously on 2-strokes, we didn't have batteries in them. There's batteries in 4-strokes. There's alternators, whatever you want to call it, that in a 4-stroke.
An electrical system of some
There's an
sort,
electrical system. Why can we not have onboard cameras?
It's simple. Your GoPro connects to Wi-Fi, right? What's in every single stadium in the U.S.?
Wi-Fi.
Boom. Done. The
Easy.
only issue you have is just vision. But I don't know how you do that with a GoPro. I really don't.
Look. The powers that be...
but I guess not a GoPro, but a camera that small.
The powers that be make plenty of money. We can develop something.
Yeah.
You can develop it, put it on every bike. It's a revenue source.
Yeah, they can.
How much would you and I pay per month to be able to go back /live? Like, bro, if I could have my
go back
computer...
and watch full races.
If I could have my computer sitting here while I'm watching the race, with the website pulled up, and I have all 22 bikes on here where I can just click and say, okay, cool, who do I want to... Oh, I want to watch Shimoda. Okay, cool, I want to watch Degan. Okay, cool, I want to watch Jerry fucking Robin. Like, where I can click that, and then I can go back and watch and be like, okay, cool. Why did Jerry end up 22nd today? Did he crash?
Yeah.
And I can skim through his video and watch him wad himself.
Nope, he just doubled like a bitch.
Yep,
yeah.
And again, the check writes itself.
Yeah.
Look at what people pay for the Formula One viewing.
Yeah.
For that, for the fucking audio.
Yep.
Like, all of these sources of income that we do not capitalize on drives me insane.
Yeah, but guess what? The powers that be are going to have their hand in it, and that's the issue.
I mean, that's fine. They're going to develop the camera. They're going to pay for the cameras to go on the bikes. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Cool. You guys get that revenue. No problem. Zero issue. Now, look, if you do it, obviously there's a ton of streams out there, right? You've got Kev's vlog. Everybody has a vlog, right? Cool. Allow the guys to use that their footage for their vlog.
Videos,
yeah. Fine. Cool. Awesome.
100%. Yeah, I'm with you.
Yep. So ranting about that. There we are.
Yep.
There we are. So
I would watch. Yeah, I'd sit there and watch
all of
ton
them all the
dude.
time.
Yeah.
Like, and the
And then
amount
it gives the fan a perspective of how gnarly the track is. too.
Yeah, because, I mean, dude, how many times have we sat here and been like, well, I wonder what happened to him? We don't have any idea.
Yeah.
I mean, the other thing, too, is, like, the amount of cameras. Guess how many cameras they have around a F1 circuit?
Thousands.
220-something, I think they said.
I think it's a shitload.
Well, comparative-wise to, I believe, we're in the single digits. I don't want to speculate too much. I did look it up, or like saw it, heard it somewhere as to how many cameras we have.
Well,
I know with race
is that a sanctioning body thing, or is that a TV package?
I'm not
with the
sure.
cameras?
I'm not sure. It has to. I don't know.
I would imagine
I'm not sure.
That's TV package.
Look,
Whatever.
in order to
Either way, just
not
get us some
be-
onboard is basically
onboard, bro, put more cameras up. Like, why can't we have a camera of the manager tower?
There is one, but they never cut to it.
Yeah, they never cut to it, which probably is because nothing really exciting happens there. They're just standing
I
there.
mean,
Which would be
no, there is something exciting. Why are they not cutting to maybe the reaction of Larry Brooks when Roxon won this year at Daytona?
yeah.
Like, how's he looking in there? Or you could cut it to, Sexton wins finally, gets the monkey off his back, and Roger DeCoster's in there just fucking stone-faced.
Yep. Like there's so much. Now, I do want to give credit where credit's due. Feld is rolling out a shitload of media. Like and I've seen this happen, especially over the last 5 years. The media that they put out during the race is a lot better than it was.
Yeah.
I'm still not going to say perfect. I'm still not going to say excellent. I still think there are way more things that they could do, per se. And again, the playbook's written already. Look at Formula One.
Yeah.
Okay. And you go back, and I know I looked this up at one point because I know I told you guys the amount of content on YouTube that Formula One puts out on a race weekend is
Formula One direct page.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
I believe, if I'm correct, they put out over 90 videos a weekend on YouTube.
Really? Just little highlights, just cut them, clip them.
Dude, highlights, there's shoulder content, there's all sorts of stuff, dude. They repost the highlight videos from previous years in the week coming up, right? So for example, this week, Supercross's YouTube page, and I guess I don't really know because I don't follow it that close, so I should go look at this before.
Yeah,
but
I mean, they could have been building it up with last year's battle with Christian. Like,
which
hard as morning wood,
which they knew was a thing, right? We saw it on the broadcast last night, but dude, you should have had all the highlights of that. Like, again, so much that could be done. This is what you and I were talking about before. Like, we put out a lot of the same stuff. But the amount of media we put out is rivaled by very few people in this industry per week.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. So there we go. Holster Co. Reload ran on that. There was some other stuff I was going to rant on.
I want it back.
There was some other stuff I was going to rant on. Lewis Phillips ranted on...
Yeah, what were you going to do about Phillips? Ranting on shitty YouTube people again?
Yeah, him and Kellen on LVK.
Again?
Oh, yeah, because somebody brought it up, and it was more directed towards Cooksey, essentially. the question itself, but they phrased it, instead of the person, and who knows, maybe Kellen edited it so it was better, who knows, but instead of the person just directly saying Cooksey, they were something like, how do you think of, or whatever, these shitty YouTube people, blah blah blah, whatever. And the thing that drives me, Holsterco Reload Rant. The thing that drives me crazy about it, right, is that everyone of these legitimate media people, for example, Steve, for example, Lewis, looks at the YouTubers and goes, well, they're just fucking retards because they're not legitimate media.
They're not at the races.
You're not at the races. You're not writing anything. You're not this. You're not that. Newsflash. I'd love to see your numbers on who actually reads your fucking shit.
Yeah.
Because I'm here to tell you, I'll guarantee you the demographic's high in age.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying no one reads it, because I still believe people read, yes.
Yeah.
But your demographic is very on the upper end of the demographic of moto.
Yeah, 45, 50.
Exactly.
60.
Let's put it this way. When was the last time you read an online article?
Been a long time.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and again, with me, it just bugs me because it's like, we're not really trying to be media.
No, we're just talking about the shit we like.
I'm not trying to be a journalist that hard. I'm not trying to be anything like that. And again, I don't claim to be if anyone walks up and starts talking to me about it, the last words that come out of my mouth is, I'm a journalist.
Yeah.
I'm a YouTuber. I'm a podcaster. Because look what the fuck we're doing. Yeah. I'm not a fucking journalist, okay?
And most importantly, we're fans of the sport just like everybody else.
100%. 100%.
And we are the fan. We're listening to all the shit that all these other people are listening to, too.
This is why I know this, because I listened to Pulp. I heard, or no, it wasn't even Pulp. Was it? I don't remember what it was. Maybe it was Pulp. I listened to Pulp. I heard that Lewis had gone off on whatever 2 weeks ago again. So then I went back to the LVK show and listened to that to see what the hell he'd said about.
So what'd he say?
Dude, I can't even. Like I said, he
kind of thinks he's upper, like thinks
he's
a little big for his britches.
Yeah, it's a very
I don't want to
old money sentiment, basically.
Yeah, but he does do a good job. I feel like he has elevated a little bit and
did a really good job on a lot of stuff. But
yes.
Let me put the one caveat in there that he really fucking fumbled the ball, dropping the Lucas Myrtle thing.
Being the first one to crack that.
We definitely didn't check with all our sources before we fucking dropped that. We definitely got a tip from whoever in the Lawrence camp, whether it was Hunter or somebody else, just ran that motherfucker. Like that one, brother, you 100% fumbled the ball. Yeah. And that's something else they talked about.
And then everybody else, it kind of forced all the other media outlets' hands to be like, oh, we got to say something too.
Yeah, I mean, it was a conceited effort there by all parties. And that was one of the other things that they talked about is like, oh, everybody's so into conspiracy, so into this, so into that. Look, I understand that you guys cannot talk the conspiracy shit that like we can, that we know, or that like Cooksey talks about. Like you guys can't talk that.
Yeah.
Because your guys' livelihood depends on those people either A, having some sort of trust within you, B, not pissing off the wrong person. Like you guys can't do that. You, Lewis, Mathis, Kellen, Weege, all of them. They cannot fucking do it, okay? So I understand. But if you're going to get on your show and run your fucking mouth about us doing it, like, bro, we...
Yeah.
Again, I will say, please show me places that I'm wrong with everything. We miss the boat sometimes, as do you. But show me the places that I'm wrong 100% of the time, and I'll show you me either saying, yeah, I fucking missed the boat on that, or I'll tell you to piss off because, dude, we're here. We fucking hear things also. And yes, I know we talk about the stuff in the crevices that you guys don't want to talk about. Oh, I didn't want to talk about that. I can't talk about that. Okay, cool. That's fine. That's your lane. Stay in your lane.
Yeah.
I don't talk about your lane, brother. Like, your lane is to get legitimate scoops and be that fully legitimate guy.
That's you, brother.
Our lane is to sit here and talk, tailgate talk about the shit we fucking hear.
Yeah.
To an extent. There are still some things we won't touch.
You want me to answer that text message you just got?
What'd it say?
Club rider that had a departure.
Oh, yeah, Mark Finnis and Club split up?
Yep.
I don't know what's really going on with that. Poor performance?
Just not getting along in the program.
Holster Co. Reload rant.
Ended. But, yeah, I guess not. The program's not driving real well and doing his own thing on Kawasaki's. Going to Florida, leaving the facility as well.
Where's he going to ride in Florida?
Not even sure. But definitely putting together some kind of his own program.
Hold on. I'm texting him.
Who is it? I don't even know that.
Coach Rob.
Oh, that's Rob?
Yeah.
Tell him I got the scoops. Every squirrel has his nut every once in a while. We just had this thing about how we don't get scoops, but
yeah. So
a
anyway,
little bit of a scoop there.
So that's your Holster Co. Reload rants there. What else you got for halftime?
Man, what else do we usually do during halftime?
Did you want to talk any more silly season stuff?
Let's go. Let's do season. Let's play team manager.
Oh, Lord have
I
mercy.
love playing team.
All
manager.
right, let's play team manager. Go ahead.
Who's open right now though? Let me write this down.
Everybody.
Plessinger's up. AP. Barsha.
This is where I wish we had an animation guy because it'd be cool to put the puzzle pieces
and then try to fit them together.
And then try to fit them together, right? Yeah. So
so I've got AP. I think has got to stay where he's at.
So I think there's a couple big chips that fall here.
Justin Cooper stays where he's at.
So what would you say the most important chip? Who is the most important piece of this puzzle? Sexton, right?
Yep.
So
he's 2-time champ.
Yep.
Like, wins races. Like.
Yep.
He is the priority.
He has to fall first before everybody else can.
Yeah. If he falls to Cowie.
Yep.
AP stays at KTM.
AP stays at KTM.
Mookie moves to KTM.
Mookie moves to KTM. Well, now hold on. There's another important piece here.
What's this one?
Does Vial win the title?
If Vial wins the title, I think out of all the loyalty to Vial, he goes to 450.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, 100%. So I guess, all those negotiations we're going to have to wait a couple weeks to see if he wins that title or not.
Yeah, because I think everybody else, barring RJ, because RJ has a deal. So whatever the secondary team is, Husky, Gas, however the fuck they play this, that's where RJ goes.
Yeah.
Okay? And then Mookie is up in the air. AP is up in the air until Sexton falls. If Sexton leaves, then AP stays. And then it turns into Vial and what's happening there.
Yeah. Do you see Mookie or AP? I think AP stays. I think they figure out a way to keep him. But
I don't know. I think it really depends if Sexton stays or goes.
You see Mookie going to Hep at all?
And I guess if Vial...
Who goes to Hep in Kenny's spot? When Kenny goes to Ducati.
I don't know,
I think Kenny's a Ducati guy, personally. The European
I think
flair,
he is too.
the Cairoli connection.
Yeah, I think he is too. I think Kenny... like I said, it really threw me off when I heard Steve say that he'd heard they were not going Supercross, which is weird. I don't know how true that is. And it also threw me off when they were talking about only one dude.
Yeah, it sounds like they got some things to figure out.
Yeah, because the way the puzzle pieces were falling for me would be Kenny going there and Barsha going there, so that Barsha's not hung up and Barsha doesn't have to worry about what the fuck's happening.
And you hear Barsha's a testing motherfucker too. Like and that dude will go sun up, sun down.
Yeah, and then Kenny too. So, like I said, I think Justin Cooper stays at Star because I think Justin Cooper will ride essentially for free, to be honest with you, because he doesn't need money. I'm not sure if you saw the picture of him sitting at the table with all the money.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
It was a meme. It's a joke.
Oh.
It was like the Mayweather picture of him with all the money on the table.
Yeah. Or something? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, who else 250-wise has to move up?
I don't believe anybody else.
It's just RJ and Vial are next in.
Well, and then Degan.
Does he move up or defend?
Oh, wait. No, he'll defend. Never mind. He won't go till next year.
He'll go outdoors next year.
Yeah, which that'll be crazy, dude. So imagine they have Tomac, Webb, J-Coop, and Deegs. 4-rider, 450 outdoors, 2026
At the Star Side
on Star.
Yeah.
But then again, too, I guess I don't know if Tomac's
Who
going
signs a
outdoors.
Supercross only deal, though? I see Cooper Webb signing an SX only deal.
Maybe.
But again, I said it before. I think that that drops Coop down a couple pedestals. I mean, yeah, you could be in rarefied air if he gets this third championship.
Yeah, and
kind of in rare air with 2, but you got to at least have an
yeah, and I
couple
don't
wins
know.
outdoors.
I don't know either because I don't know that he's going to only do Supercross.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think he's there yet. I think he wants to do some outdoor stuff.
I think he finishes his career as Star though.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't go anywhere else. So
no.
Tomac, I mean, it all kind of depends on how long he wants to extend it. That's another chip that he's got the leverage to. Okay, if I want to keep going, he just keeps it going. Crazy.
Yeah. Easy. Yeah, I don't know, man.
Whoa.
There's a lot of chips to fall, and then of course you have Ando and everybody else
Anderson,
too.
Again, he's down to. He's at the point in his career where he's no longer a factory rider. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and again too because that works against it too with what's his nuts there. Eric was talking about with Triumph too because I've heard Triumph is going one dude only, Jordan Smith, to just develop the bike in Supercross next year.
Going, yeah.
Yeah, because they don't want to put a person on there that can do something because then if it doesn't do anything, that's a problem.
Right.
So, anything else? Anybody else? 450 wise?
What's shuffling around 250 wise?
I don't know. I don't have any idea, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's like silly season's such an interesting dynamic in our sport because it's 250 to 450 point now, stuff like that. Those kind of factors that come in, which are makes it really interesting and fun to talk about. It's like Formula 1, you're not really talking about the guy in Formula 2 stepping in as much, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Or it'd be like an Xfinity guy going out. Mm-hmm. Winning 2 titles, has no choice but to move up, so Hendrick has to make room for him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're going to have the 250 class, we just have to wait until the titles are decided, basically.
Yeah. How about, you see Tedder grabbing a second guy?
I don't know, man. I think part of the reason Tedder does it is because they like Hill.
Wow, Tedder, they got a ton of jack.
Well, I know they did. I know
they just love
loaded.
The sport. They just love the sport.
Well, and he really likes Justin Hill.
Well, who's more of a Justin Hill style guy?
Jason Anderson.
Jason Anderson in the Tedder project could work pretty good.
Yeah.
I bet you they let him ride whatever bike he wants to.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, there's another one. Southern California based.
Mm-hmm. I'm not saying it won't happen. The club thing to me, though, is super interesting.
I think that's a good one, yeah.
Yeah, so. All right, anything else halftime-wise here?
That's it.
We got into
We got a lot in the 250
You want to break down how to fix the 250 and 450 class here because the coast and the pointing out and because we got on that topic Thursday because we were reading the rules, right? Because we started talking about Vial and having to move up, and then we started reading the rules because the rules are fucking
stupid.
Dude, it's like if you come in and you're a superstar and you win 2 titles, you can still race a third year. So, for example, if Degan came in rookie season, won Supercross, defended the next year, won, he could still race another year. They give you, I think they give you a minimum of 3 years, maybe it was 4, I don't know. Yeah, I'd have to read the rule book again. It was fucking insane. But then, if you win, then you get a chance to defend, and then it's
something stupid.
It's as confusing as it possibly can be, basically.
I think it's a lot of politics, too, where, like, KTM has the balls to step up in a meeting and be like, hey, this doesn't benefit our guy. You need a rule change.
Uh-huh. Yeah, well, and then, then if you're out of the top 15 in 450s, you can go back down to 250s, but if you're in the top 15...
Wait, what about the guys that got fucked, like McElrath and all them? If they were outside the top 15, can they go back down?
No. That's because God, I can't remember all of it, dude. It was so much. I literally sat there and read it to everybody on Thursday night.
Yeah, I would love to see guys like Colt Nichols be able to go back.
Like I said, should be a wide open 250 and 450 should just be
It's like
17 round classes.
no different than Kyle Larson driving the fucking truck series last week.
8 rounds of SMX Next that you can ride from the time you're 16 till you are, you can ride for 4 years. It's like a college program, basically. So 16 to 20, or whenever you start, you can get 4 years out of it. Because that's how you got to score your points now. That was in the rule book, too, which I thought was interesting. But you only got to score 4 or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
It is a
We'll
it's a
see.
shit show.
You think it's another little bit of a rabbit hole, I guess, but with guys like JB and AC and some pretty influential guys that have actually been there and done that, I think this is the more of a star-studded lineup of guys that have actually been there and done that at the broadcast team probably ever.
Yeah.
They have the power to go say, hey, these changes need to be made.
I don't know about that. I don't know. It's going to have to come more from the teams, I think.
Yeah.
It's going to have to come more from the teams.
And that's where WSX has leverage. They can go to these teams and try to make a deal with them and say, hey, here's what we're offering.
Yeah. I guess one last thing.
I guess it depends on it depends on how they have them contracted in.
Yeah.
Like Gravedigger and Monster Jam and all that stuff. They own Gravedigger. They
own the teams. Yeah.
Crazy.
Which is wild. That whole situation's wild. I don't know. It's all screwy. The only other thing I was thinking about talking about is the betting side of things. And have you heard about the whole debacle about them
getting rid of it?
No, talking about injuries or whatever. Yeah, because so like Mathis had uncovered that Roxon was hurt last week before they said anything on Friday. And on Friday in press it was, "Oh, I'm fine, everything's great." And then Steve knew it, and Steve was told, do not say anything. Okay, fine, no problem. Then Saturday comes out, right first thing, "Oh, Kenny suffered an injury in the off week." And he's like, "What the fuck? I thought we weren't talking about this." And then JT brought up, "Hey, like, what is our situation with
betting?
Saying this stuff with betting? Because betting is a thing." And the teams were told that you need to disclose this information. Yeah. And the teams went back to them and said, "Cool, why don't you turn over some of the money for the gambling rights?" And they and they said no. And so the teams are like, "Fuck off, we don't care then."
Interesting. So there has been a little bit of pushback.
There has been.
About time.
I'm just curious to know when this ends up in a lawsuit, how this goes. Because that's what's going to happen. Somebody's going to bet some big money, who has some big money. They're going to lose due to somebody not disclosing an injury, and there's going to be a lawsuit.
Let's do it.
That's going to tie everybody up. And then it's going to be like, okay, cool, what's happening? Because
let's go get a loan for $500,000, bet it.
Because supposedly, according to the powers that be, it's not that much money they're making. Entertainment purposes only. I don't know. It depends. You can look at gambling on other sports, and again, I know we're not other sports and everything, but that is a shitload of money.
A lot of money. Yeah.
So even if you cut us down to a very small percentage of it for our sport, it's a shitload of money.
They haven't advertised it very hard.
Well, that's because
there's a whole nother thing.
You can't bet on anyone under 18.
So that's why they're making that rule change where everybody's got to be 18 and above now, huh?
They moved it to 17 this year in the 250 class, and next year they will move it to 18. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. That is why they are making that rule change. So then you can bet on both classes, and it will be legal. So yes, that is why you will no longer be able to get your pro card until you are 18. Which I'm fine with.
I'm down with that too. Yeah, AC, all those guys too young.
Yep,
too young.
So that's the big deal. And you notice they didn't really publicly put that forward facing.
The NXT bets thing hasn't been pushed very hard at all. Like I forgot we even had betting. To be honest with you.
Yes. Which again, next year I think it will be way more prevalent. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. So, anything else for halftime here?
No, that's it. TikTok is not booming very hard.
Well, that's no surprise there. We got 5 members. They've all hit the like button.
We got 4 in here.
We got David.
We got 1.1K likes over here though.
Well, we got David, Ralph, Michael, all watching. Michael says New Zealand back on the map. Dude, Cole Davies is a fucking legend.
Yeah,
we will get to him here in a second. So thank you, boys, for tuning in here. I got nothing else for halftime.
Well, who else you got in the chat?
That's it.
That's it. Not very active in there, huh?
Nope. They're just kind of watching, hanging out.
What's this HRC thing or whatever on the live show chat, like the premiere chat? You see that?
I don't know.
It's like a little community where these guys are like, "What's up, HRC gang?" or something. It's like an inside joke amongst them.
I have no idea.
I want to know.
I don't know. On our chat?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's like NL Buds and some of those guys.
No idea. So, anyway, all right, that's been your halftime report brought to you by our friends at Complete Racing Solutions and Coach Rob there. Make sure to check them out and get all your fitness and dietary needs handled.
I looked up a Phoenix watch. $1,100, bro.
Oh, dude, don't do that. So
Phoenix 8?
So I got the that's top of the line. So I have the Instinct one here. This was like $300.
Okay. Well, somebody in the chat in the comments said, "Yeah, dude, get a Phoenix 8." And so I looked it up and about had a heart attack.
Yeah, I mean, trust me, I looked at those Phoenixes too and went, "Yeah, I ain't spending $800 on a fucking watch." That was back when I was getting one.
Yeah, if I have fucking abs, I'll spend that kind of money.
If you were that,
do the abs come with it?
Bro, who is that? Have you seen that one guy on TikTok? The dude that puts his face in the water or whatever that everybody's spoofing now.
Mm-mm.
He's like a fitness influencer. Oh, crap. Ashton Hall.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, dude, I'll show you after this. It's
All
crazy.
right.
And he's turned into this huge meme, right? Like, everybody's doing it. I watched some black guy today do it. He instead of putting water in the bowl, he put Hennessy in the bowl and dipped his face in it. It's like eating watermelon. And, like, this Hall guy rubs, like, banana peels on his skin.
Yeah.
This dude's rubbing watermelon. Like, just doing all the stereotypical black people things. It was hilarious, man.
Yeah, that's funny. Like some Dave Chappelle shit.
Yes. It was hilarious. And there's tons of other people doing it, too. Like,
I'm going to do it with race gas.
Some dude the other day did it. And, like, so, you ever seen that Saratoga water? The big blue bottle?
Maybe.
So that's what he uses to dip his face in. And this guy his wife hands him this little mini bottle of water, and he puts it in, he goes, "Can I have another one?" "No!" "Oh, sorry." So then he puts it in, and it's just his nose and not his face. Like, dude, just the funniest shit out there.
Race fuel and transmission fluid.
Yeah, please put your face in race fuel and let me know how that goes for you.
Like Harvey Dent.
Let me know how that goes for you. All right. Oh, shoot, that's not touchscreen.
Harvey Dent.
Let's jump in here. 250 race recap brought to you by our friends at Pro Flo Racing. All your mini bike needs there. 65s, 85s, 50s, PW50s, 125s. Make sure to check them out. ProFlowRacing.com. Just did some parts for them last week. P-dub frame, P-dub wheels.
Mm-hmm.
Sparkly purple and sparkly pink, baby.
Pro Flow mini moment of the race.
Okay, go ahead.
Juju's passed through the whoops in the heat.
Yes!
Yeah.
Dude, in my notes. Insane whoop
that's that
speed.
Millsaps whoop school right there.
It
boy.
sure is. It sure is.
That looked really good. I was like, man, I don't remember him being that good in the whoops.
Nope, but it was yesterday.
And we'll get to him, but yeah.
All right, so let's jump into this. So, Cole Davies.
Man, it's really a shame that all the drama happened behind him because this win was very, I feel like...
Big.
It was a very big win, but overlooked because of all the other nonsense
100%.
Like, heat race, killed him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that thing over the finish line was. It was like a jerk-off motion or something. Did you
No,
see
he said he was rolling the dice.
Rolling the dice.
That's what he said in an interview after the race. He was rolling the dice.
Okay.
He was jerking off on him.
I think that's what it was, too.
Speculation, entertainment purposes only. He was like...
Cole Davies, I don't know.
On his boy there.
Cole Davies, I like it. He did that main event. Amazing. I wonder what the bike changes were. Do you think they went stiffer?
Probably. He said he couldn't keep up with his speed, so I assume it's stiffer now.
Stiffer now.
Which is crazy if he found another gear.
Yeah, if the bike was holding him back, Cole Davies is gonna be a fucking monster.
Yep.
Skimming the whoops every lap with him cupped out, like
100%.
Huge for Cole Davies.
100%. And yeah, I mean, I just see it going up from here.
One of those guys that's not 18 yet.
Yeah, he will be by next year though. We all talked about it though. Like we all thought he would get one by the end of the year.
He got one.
And here we are. Shocker.
Yep.
Marchbanks, second place. That's a bit of a surprise for me.
That came out of nowhere for me.
Yeah.
That was so left field. Like Garrett Marchbanks is like Blake Baggett to me. Like Blake Baggett in the later years.
Just like randomly
like, damn,
rides
there he
like
is, Podium.
a madman. Yep.
Yeah, get a second, ride amazing, and then he's just non-existent the next night.
Yep.
So weird.
Yep. Well, he's finally healed up from those early season injuries.
that they didn't report.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I guess maybe this is because some people were saying he was riding really good in the off season, if I remember correctly.
I think so. Yes.
But
show me a follow up, dude.
Yeah.
Like show me something whenever in whatever it is, 2 weeks when we have the.
I want to see that dude
shootout.
go 3 rounds in a row where he's like halfway decent.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. So
good for him. Good for Pro Circuit.
Yep.
Good for Mitch Payton.
Yep. Mitch kept some hair last night.
Yeah,
Instead of pulling it out.
doing wheelies in the parking lot, I heard.
All right, now we're going to get into our Isaac Nelson Designs Degan Danger Zone here.
Oh, everybody's here for Degan.
All right, Deegs, third.
Dude. First off, let me start with all the antics all day.
Bruh.
The gear.
Bro.
The jumpsuit gear. All of it. Love it.
Just the gift that keeps on giving.
He is a gift that keeps on giving.
Fastest qualifier in Q1.
Yep.
Then
by a large amount.
Then did you hear his interview? 2 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah, some of us can't ride ruts.
Bro.
That goes back to the text message that Juju was talking about. It said,
Good morning, legend.
hopefully you practice riding ruts or something.
Oh, man. It's just the gift that keeps on giving. I'm literally like, we're going to shut the fucking show down when he retires. Because it's going to be boring.
I was thinking about it. I was like, last week's race was really boring in Birmingham, but
they can't all be barn
Degan
burners.
will be racing tonight. Let's get back. We'll see what we got.
Yeah.
Going. And even last weekend, he wasn't even fucking racing.
And
he was all everybody was talking about.
Yes. I mean, dude, it's just... So, first off, qualifying, fucking just a monster.
Yeah.
Like, 2 seconds faster the first one, a second faster second session, unfucking real. Then you get to the heat.
Kind of falls apart when it came race time.
Little bit, and like trying to stuff Davies there, that to me is
that was stupid.
Immaturity of not having patience.
Yeah.
Because he was just trying to boom and go.
Yeah.
And it's like, bruh, you fucked yourself there.
Yeah.
And then and then the podium speech, like I'm here for all of it.
Yeah.
Even though he hates us, I'm here for all of it.
So the move on Juju.
Yeah, okay.
Ricky's like, oh, fair game, blah, blah, blah.
I didn't think it was that bad.
I get it. He's like trying to send a message, but like if it was for the championship, you're 12 points down. You caught the guy from how far back. You don't need to put him on the ground.
Here's my thing, though. Number one, he didn't put him on the ground.
He tried.
Number two, I thought Juju went up to him. I didn't realize he came up to Juju.
He came up to Juju after the race.
Because I could have seen Juju going up to him and being like, bro, you try to break my leg like that again, I'm going to break your face.
Yeah, Juju was just chilling talking to Marchbanks.
Yeah, he was literally just chilling because, of course, obviously they wanted to talk to him about the on-track escapade there. And then Degan comes up running his mouth. And it's like...
One thing I saw funny was like Degan looked like a heavy-set woman at a KFC arguing about customs or service.
That's awesome.
With his head out, like, yo, you did my family wrong.
Well, I was nice to you. You post my address. That's my family, bro. It's
Chill
public
out.
knowledge.
Yeah, chill down, Toretto.
Yeah, like, bro, I don't know, man. Like,
family, bro.
Like Juju grabbing the helmet, great. Degan slapping him, great.
A little bit of nail polish on that slap.
They both got, it was a bitch slap. And Juju said that in an interview, too, which was hilarious. Yeah.
Juju really doesn't give a fuck.
Does not give a shit.
He thinks it's so hilarious.
Yes.
And that's why I think they're, like, in on it together.
Could be. I heard they got dragged in the truck afterwards and told that they didn't have beef, probably by the AMA, which, okay, let me rant about that. That was a rant I was going to go on, too.
Who's telling them not to have beef?
I guess probably the AMA.
No,
after they find them.
I feel like that was a KTM thing.
I don't know, man. But here's
maybe an AMA.
Here's my thing. Don't tell them they don't have beef because this beef right here will grow the fucking sport.
It's selling tickets.
It's selling tickets 100%. It's making people tune in. Like, do not discourage it. Yeah, if they're rolling on the ground, fist fighting in the pits, on the track, okay, cool. Then let's say that. But here's the thing. What do you think is going to be all over the broadcast next week?
That 100%.
Every highlight on the intro we're going to see is him stuffing him, them slapping each other. Bro, that's all we're going to use for marketing. And then you're going to send them down the truck, fine them, and go, well, don't fucking do it. Okay, cool. You want to fine them? Cool, no problem. I want to know how much the fine is.
Not shit. Probably it'll come out on the race report or whatever that comes out.
Yeah, that's true. It will.
A couple days after, but
Yeah, so, but I love it. Let me ask you this question here. How long before the relationship between him and Davies deteriorates?
I don't know. You think? What do you think it's going down a bad road?
I don't think this
Or
year.
he doesn't want to get beat.
I don't think this year it will, because there's not that many rounds left for Davies to beat him.
But you're saying if Davies starts kicking his ass consistently.
But
I don't want to wait
to
to outdoors because I don't think anybody's going to touch Degan outdoors.
I don't think so either, because Davies not. I mean, again, Davies took a step in Supercross. I didn't think, but Davies is a better Supercross guy.
I don't think he's taking that step outdoors.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But then you get back into Supercross next year, dude. Davies starts waxing that ass. That's going to deteriorate quickly. And you want to talk about another kid who does not give a fuck about Degan?
They can act like it all they want, but
I mean, here's the
act like they're
thing.
boys.
Here's the thing. Davies, Juju may be playing into it. Literally, it may be a thing with those two of like, ha, let's do this and this will be fun, right?
Yeah.
Davies, I do not think gives a fuck. Period. Yeah. End of story. No problem. Like, if it starts coming down to him versus me, Davies is going to be like, bro, I'll put your fucking ass on the ground every single time and twice on Sunday, and I do not give a shit.
Yeah. Very Chad Reedish.
Yeah. I mean, dude, because I mean, look at what he was doing. He was literally wrecking people in practice at the farm. Like,
yeah.
So like, yeah, I don't think he's gonna give a shit, and I do think that relationship will deteriorate here because I think Davies is coming for him hard.
Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. It's good.
Yep.
We got some good storylines in the pipe.
Yep. So that's been your Degan Danger Zone. Juju fourth. He was way better.
Yeah, I'm really bummed about the whole shoulder thing. Like,
yeah.
He definitely, for being not 100% with the shoulder and also being, air quote, shitty in the ruts and not good on that kind of track, I thought he made a huge improvement.
Yep.
He should have went to skimming the whoops way earlier in that main.
He said that in an interview.
Yeah.
He's like, I skimmed him all day, and then I don't know what the hell I did for the first 8 laps in the main. I was just like jumping
He takes it on the chin, though. He's just like,
That's
hey,
exactly
I
what he
fucked up
said.
on this. I didn't do this. Like,
yep.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a Bowmare guy. I like him.
Yeah, I do too. I
like him.
Shimoda, 5th.
Hey, he be putting some spicy mayo on that sushi.
Bro.
Is that California? Is that a California roll or a volcano roll?
Hold on, let me read you my notes here. Shimoda gets dangerous. Joe gets real dangerous. The first one, he was feeling dangerous. The second one, he went right to the danger zone.
Yeah, that's the second time this year he's ran it in on him like that, too.
Very sad he fell apart after that because I really wanted to see more, but fudge, that was awesome.
Oh, we ended on TikTok. 200 views.
Yeah, well, that'll happen.
Viewers.
That'll happen.
We got some love on there, though, I think. I don't know.
Anyway, whatever.
It's running over there, right?
Yeah, anyway, yeah, dude, no, look, dude, this is going to be Degan's shit his entire career here because he is so polarizing. And it's only going to get worse when he goes to 450s. His only saving grace is that maybe by the time he goes 450, that Barsha and Ando will be gone.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, like, bro, I cannot imagine him getting...
I've never seen Shimoda ride that way with anybody other than Degan, though. Remember in L.A., he ran it in on him real hard for the SMX title.
Yeah.
And then smashed him in Indy.
Yep.
Smashed him twice here.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, dude. I'm about it, though. I love it.
He must have took his sister or something. I don't know.
Who knows?
Yeah, hang on.
Go ahead.
I guess I should have put this in the Degan Danger Zone segment.
Yeah.
TikTokers out there. I should have mentioned this word on TikTok. It would have boosted us up a little bit.
Oh, boy.
But there's some chick named Brecky Hill. You ever heard of her?
Oh, Lord, yes, I saw this.
The wrong Officer Hill. But was officered up with the mugshot shirt.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
I don't know how that generation works, but I feel like in that generation, that's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, Degan has connections to those kind of people here.
Is it an agent thing or like some kind of TikTok social media?
No, it's not agent
connection?
at all. Agents aren't a fucking thing for those kids.
It's a hey, I'm DMing this. Hey,
it's a when you get into that 7-figure following, you can talk and be around those people, and they all kind of. Because then it turns into a full-blown collaboration thing with everybody.
Yeah, like, how many viewers can we get from each other kind of thing, yeah.
Yep. So,
Yeah, all the 50, 60-year-old horny-ass dudes that barely know what Instagram is followed that chick, guaranteed.
Oh, yeah. And it won't surprise me at all if he ends up with a chick who has a huge following like that. So, all right, Michael Motorcycle, 6th place.
About a Michael Knight. That heat race thing was the most Michael thing I've ever seen.
How about his bike punching Jordan Smith in the face?
We'll get to Jordan Smith.
Poor Jordan Smith.
Night.
Yeah. No, Michael Mosman, just typical Michael Mosman.
He Michael Motors.
Yep. So, Enzo Lopes, 7th.
Forgot he's out there.
Yep. Cody Schock, 8th. Had a dude. Great heat race. Great main event. Until
Cody
it wasn't.
Schock's always good for one explosion, though.
Until it wasn't, and then it wasn't, and then you notice he just kind of was like, "Fuck!" There was no rush to get back to that bike.
Yeah, and then he still ended up 8th, which tells me how far they lapped up.
Yeah, which is a
incredible heat race
great
for
run.
Cody Schock, though.
Oh yeah, 100%. Holding off like who do you hold off?
Some good dudes, some real good dudes. I think Juju.
Yeah, held off Juju
and
Shimoda. Yeah. And Juju and Shimoda had a good battle in that heat, too. Yeah.
Lots of good racing all night.
Yep. Cole Thompson, 9th.
Solid Pulp MX fantasy pick for all you Pulp MXers.
Gavin Towers, 10th. Lux Turner, 11th. Terrible interview. Jordan Smith, 12th.
What a fucking night for Jordan Smith.
4 times on the track. Crashed all 4 times.
Yep.
And exploded the Alpine Stars vest he had on all 4 times.
He exploded it just tipping over. Did you see that one?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that would be annoying. How does that thing work?
I have no idea. I think it works off G-forces or
I don't
something.
want to tip over in a corner, have this thing go...
Not especially after I spend probably $200 or $300 on it. Yeah.
And then what do I do the rest of the practice? Am I just out? Or
yeah. Dude, but bro, him getting punched in the face by Michael Mosman's front wheel was just the most Mosman Jordan Smith thing fucking ever.
It was the most Jordan Smith night I've ever seen.
And then I'm texting Coach during the LCQ, and I go, "Tell me Jordan Smith shouldn't be riding yet," without telling me Jordan Smith shouldn't be riding yet.
Yeah.
You have a lacerated spleen, a punctured and collapsed lung, broken ribs,
and you just took a bike to the face.
And in the LCQ, you can barely get it in the top 4.
And then had an interview where you told everybody you were 100%.
Yeah. I'm 100%. The fuck you are, dude. It's been 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. Go ask anybody else with a collapsed lung who lives in the real world and tell me how that works. So.
Yep, I'm with you.
Hunter Yoder, 13th. He was kind of disappointing
after that
last
qualifying, though, I thought it was like, damn, this dude's on it.
But. Yeah, but then the rest of the night was kind of Parker Ross, 14th. Dylan Walsh, 15th.
Yep.
Avery Long, 16th. Derek Kelly, 17th.
Yep.
Stav Orland from Uganda, shout out.
Hey,
18th. So, that's a big dude, too. He's tall.
Yeah, so Uganda, like, where the fuck even is that?
Africa.
Africa?
I think so. Hold on,
I'm not very good at geography here, but there can't be a lot of motocross in Uganda. Like, I want to know his story. That's interesting.
Like, yeah, Africa. So, it is.
Can you look this guy up on Instagram real quick? I want to know, like, has he been at a facility?
He is, looks like more East Africa.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like they're...
All I know is they must have a lot of whoop sections in Uganda because that dude was killing it in the whoops.
Yeah, it looks like it's pretty close to Kenya and Kilimanjaro and Nairobi.
I mean, he's got to move, like, is he straight off the boat or did he move here?
I don't know.
Like, I need to know the story.
Let's see.
Because that dude could hit Supercross whoops better than half the SMX futures.
Do you think he's got Stav Orland, 565. There we go.
That's him. Let's see it.
Let's follow him. Beast from the East.
Beast from the East.
3-time MXOAN champion. What the fuck is MXOAN?
Motocross of African Nations, maybe?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, no, good. Do
you think
Skydiver, speed flyer, PPL fixed wing.
Flies plane.
Sure.
Maybe. I don't know.
Sure.
Interesting guy.
Dude.
Give me more.
Dude, just...
What do we got at post-wise?
Some skydiving stuff. He's got some big whips.
Big whip guy.
Looks.
Speaking of big whips, everybody out there watching.
Looks very.
While we're in the Instagram world right now, go watch this last video with Michael Hicks put up. Oh, That dude's saucy.
Yeah, man. I don't know. Looks pretty motocrossy here.
Yeah, like I.
So yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. We'd have to
Sav Orland, huh?
do some digging there, and now he's in California doing Supercross. So yeah, I don't know. Crazy though. Good story. Cool to see. Brad West 19th, Max Miller 20th, TJ Albright 21st, and dude B-Ray 22nd.
B-Ray was in it.
Yeah.
Did he go straight off the heat?
I don't know.
I don't even remember B-Ray being up in that.
I don't know. And that's been your 250 race recap, brought to you by our friends at Flo Racing. Do we have a Rev X
I
X
do
segment?
have some Xers.
All right. Now we're going to move right into the Rev X segment here.
Yep. Some of these we touched on a little bit, it looks like. 3 questions. That's all we got.
Okay, that's fine. Let's do this quick because it's
Who?
late.
NL Mac. I'm going to save that one for last.
Okay.
Nick Furman seemed to be in the chat quite a bit. What's up, Nick? Shout out. Does Cole Davies duplicate his success to outdoors?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting this, so I got to see what he does outdoors.
Yeah, outdoors is going to be very interesting for him, and it's going to be very interesting as far as his stock level goes, too.
Yeah.
I mean, if he rides both, like, everybody should be fighting to sign that kid.
100%.
So, Andrew Bouvier, maybe I'm right.
Okay.
Borden the Asylum or whatever on X. What track would you guys like to see replace Fox or Paula? If they aren't bringing back Glen Helen, then I'd like to see them do something else in the Pacific Northwest besides Washougal. So, if you're dropping Fox or Paula, who are you putting in his place?
I don't know, dude. What tracks are available? The problem is that there's plenty of tracks around, but it's just like the ones that can support a national, right? Because you got to be able to support.
Yeah, like Baja would be badass. I don't think they can support one.
Yeah, but he's even talking like Northwest. I don't even know any other tracks in the Northwest.
Yeah, I think the issue here is that if it's not Glen Helen, it's got to be Fox.
Yeah.
Like, who else out in California can hold a national? And let's face it, it's a crime if you don't have a national in Southern California.
It is.
I mean, it's basically the birthplace of motocross, supercross. Like,
yeah.
The whole culture comes from there. And if you don't have a race there.
Yeah, and it's getting harder because the tracks keep closing, so.
I wonder what the
but I heard,
attendance is at Fox or Glen Helen.
Did you hear Elsinore's coming back? Somebody's opening it back up?
I think I did hear that.
I heard that too.
They use that probably for some other stuff because, I mean, like, some corporate events are still out there.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. And then NL Mac, here's a good one. Can we get a Kirby vacuum update? Are you still making those payments? Well, Mr. Mac, I will be happy to tell you the vacuum is paid off.
Sucked itself right into oblivion, huh?
Yeah, I sucked that payment right up. We sucked that payment right up. Sucked my bank account right up, too.
How's it working? Is it still working great?
It's dialed, dude. I think it works great.
Just sucking the farts right out of the couch cushions?
It sucks the fart right out of the couch cushions.
All right. Just want to make sure.
Put anything underneath it, and it'll suck it out of there.
All right.
So.
Well.
That's Kirby.
That's Kirby.
Kirby Killa.
And that is Show 300.
Show 300 was not a celebration like many other shows. Should have been cake here. Should have been.
There was so much I wanted to do. I'm so busy at work,
dancing.
bro. I'm so busy with work.
Stub didn't even show up.
We didn't have any special guests on. Just the normies.
The normies that people are hating on.
Maybe 400.
Let's do something fucking random. Let's celebrate a random ass show. Like,
ooh,
let's do
390.
That's a ways away.
That's my number.
I know that's your number.
So 390 is a good one to celebrate.
Let's do something random like 313.
I don't know about that.
Do it for the 313.
The 313. Everybody in the house for the 313.
Yeah, maybe we'll get Eminem on.
Yes, there we go.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or something random like a 321 or 322.
I don't know. We got to find some number for somebody.
What's an angel number? 333.
I don't know. Anyway, all right. This has been episode 300. I want to thank all our members for tuning in. If anybody watched on the TikTok, thank you so much for tuning in. I want to thank all the normal people who have been watching here for tuning in. I want to thank you guys for supporting us through 300 shows of the stupidest motocross and supercross show on the internet. I think that's our new catch thing we're going with.
The stupidest?
The stupidest motocross and supercross. I mean, what did we talk about tonight?
B-class bench racing.
We cured cancer. We talked about documentaries on Netflix.
We talk about some random shit.
Last week we talked about me not drinking alcohol. We've had some
vacuum stories. We've had crotch rocket stories. We've
Mr.
had
Awesome.
Birthday party stories.
We cover the gamut. So this has
we
to
need
be
to get a good story out of Justin.
This has to be the stupidest podcast for motocross out there.
Guess what, man? We're living life just like everybody else.
We gotta make a t-shirt. Anyway,
can we make a t-shirt that says just living life?
Just living life. So thanks everybody for tuning in. Thanks to Rev X Products for sponsoring the show. Make sure to pick some of those up. Link in the description down below. Thanks to Gutter Worx. Thanks to Complete Racing Solutions. Thanks to Holster Co. Thanks to Flo Racing. Thanks to NANO XTREME. If you want a free sample, pick it up. There's links in the description to all that. Join the members area so you can watch this dumb fucking show live. And we'll be back next week for episode 301. 301. Thanks, everybody. We'll see y'all next week.
Later.
Thanks for tuning into the Moto Aftermath Show. If you guys like the show, make sure to give us a thumbs up there with that like button. Also, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell notification so you never miss a show update, a live show, or anything that we're doing here, because when we find out news, we will be on here bringing you our thoughts with it. Also, if you guys want to help support the show, join our members area. You'll get member exclusives, including live shows. You get to watch the show being recorded live, and you'll get all sorts of other member benefits. So thanks everybody for tuning in. Join the members area, subscribe. We'll see y'all on the next one.